Good evening and welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. Tonight is part 3 of The Pipeline, a 1980s Call of Cthulhu scenario by Critical Hit Publishing, available on Drive-Thru RPG. Where we left off, you guys were exploring a bit of the pumping station, Exxon pumping station. I think it's number 31 here in British Columbia, which you had finally arrived at after a grueling journey from the location of your plane crash across the frozen, unseasonably cold Canadian wilderness to reach that location. While you were all exploring the tunnels, basically that kind of connected the various buildings around the pumping station, poor Reggie, the PR gentleman from the Exxon Corporation. Something happened to him because when you guys got back up to where you had left him with the two other various survivors, one who, or maybe both of whom you suspected might be some kind of eco-terrorists, you just found basically some blood and the gun that he had borrowed from Jose's character lying on the ground, and then you found footprints out in the snow of you saw footprints for Reggie himself, for the other individual, and then you saw footprints from one of these really large creatures, some huge bipedal creature with like clawed talon feet. Yeah, I think that's about right. Realizing that where the human footprints stopped, there was a signs of struggle in the snow. There was more blood, and then the footprints of the creature continued on from there without any more human footprints. You assume that the creature has Reggie and perhaps the other gentleman whose name I think was it Daniel? Yeah, I think it was Daniel. And there was another because there was two of them, and the other one, you only saw footprints to account for basically like Reggie and one other. So, not sure what happened to the second survivor that you had found here by the pumping station. Right. Real quick, let me just check, make sure I still have my notes. I think I do here with your names. Yeah, so we got Amanda Drake, Oscar Goodwin, also known as Oz, Dr. Sergeant Major, and Benjamin Shepard. Those are your names, correct? Just to make sure I have that in front of me. Oh, and
Yeah.
Heinz's last name was Krupp. I knew he had a last name. I just forgot that I had it written down somewhere. Okay, so it's early afternoon. Probably at this stage, I'd say it's maybe, I'm going to be generous to say it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The footprints are heading off to the northwest through the snow. And I believe you guys were just basically saying you were going to pursue to try to rescue your friend. Yes?
I believe so. I mean, hell yeah, I believe so.
Oh, that was awful.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. I guess we should weigh the odds, right?
As far as
Going out into the wilderness or deal with their pumping station. I mean, we did actually see a monster carry him away, so that might not be worthwhile.
I don't believe you saw a monster carry him away. You just saw evidence of a monster having carried him away. Yeah.
okay.
Well, hell,
And
whoever went through the trouble to put those kind of footprints and those big ass scratch marks through the door, I think it's mighty convincing.
Still think it's Bear's boss?
I really want to think it's bears. But I never seen a bear act with that kind of thought and gumption behind their actions.
All right.
Let's get to it if we're going to do it.
Yeah. Did we show Oz the footprints that were upstairs in the pumping station?
I
Is that
don't
a thing?
recall. Did you see the
No.
bloodied footprints?
I don't think so. I was
I don't remember.
No.
that.
No, I don't think they did show them to you.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, at
Yeah, I
this
think it's
point,
only yourself
Oh.
and Sergeant Major that's seen those.
Okay. Yeah, I thought there had been talk of it and then it got done, but never mind. All right. So I'm safe to assume that the footprints that we saw line up with the footprints out here and all that.
Yeah, they
Ha ha.
look very similar.
All right. So then,
You could easily show them to him real quick. They're just right
Yeah.
there in the building where you had left Reggie before. I believe
Yeah,
it was the recreation building.
I'll go ahead and kind of bring Oz upstairs. And so these are the same as that are outside. So whatever took everybody away probably caused the carnage in here.
Well, it got real deep up inside this building.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I'm gonna
Sorry,
stoop a little.
I keep saying Reggie Hines. Sorry, Reggie's another character that Jens has played a lot, and so I just always think of Jens as being Reggie. So take back all the times I said Reggie Emmett Hines. Sorry.
All right, no
Thanks for
problem.
calling me out on that, Jose.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean down and see if I can investigate the footprints. Maybe try and get a little something about if they might be bears. You want would that be, or would you want to investigate or zoology for that?
Zoology would work.
Yeah.
Natural world.
Or
Biology.
natural world. All right.
Whichever one you have a higher score in.
I think in one of the footprints, Benjamin's going to put his foot inside of the footprint to see how bigger it is than his foot.
Oh, it's considerably bigger, even with your boots on.
Yeah, no, I failed that. 68. No bueno.
Well, so you're not able to discern too much about it, but I still think common sense would be able to tell you that bears don't usually run around on 2 feet for that long.
Yep.
And especially like up and down stairs, and
Oh yeah, that's a big no.
and for a bear to carry off 2 people and walk away on 2 legs, it's just like it's unheard of, unless it's a really well trained circus bear or something, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking circus bear too, but I mean that's got to be really trained. Yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen anything like this. It's the same thing as outside. I'm thinking everybody keep their guns real handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. So, are we
Well, you
going
got your
after,
pistol back now.
Yeah, well, Tom.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, are we going after our lovely coked up friend here?
Indeed.
All
And
right.
maybe he mistook the snow for Coke.
Maybe.
Well, we could hope, but I don't know. Judging by these footprints, I think something mistook him as food.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Man, all right, yeah. If we're going after him, I put the revolver away and pull the rifle out.
Right. Well, the good news is that it's no longer like whiteout blizzard conditions, but there's still a lot of snow and it's still cold as hell. So, let's see here. I presume, of course, Oz, you're going to continue to lead the way, being the survivalist and all.
Right.
I will be at the rear.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll start tracking or following the tracks as best I can. Hopefully snow hasn't muddied them up too much,
Right.
or fresh falling snow, that is.
Yeah, we're currently in whiteout, but is it?
No, it's not whiteout anymore. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So I
The
use my
snow has stopped. It's just fucking cold.
I use my binoculars if I can see if I can get any kind of movement in the horizon.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
And I'm pretty sure
it's what he'll do just to make himself feel better.
that the direction you're going to be heading is going to be through forest and all that. Let me just double check the map here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Go here. Boom. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you guys are at Station 31. And you're heading northwest. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
tracking the creature as well the whole way. You go ahead and give me a tracking roll there, Oz, but you can make that with a bonus die.
Okay. Advantage. Oh wow, this got awfully easy. Holy shit. I rolled a 2.
Nice. Yeah,
Which-
yeah. I mean, the tracks are still pretty fresh, so it's easy to follow. And since it's not snowing, you'll be able to. The tracks will last longer. It's a lot easier for you to follow. Sorry.
Cool. Oh, no worries.
Head cold is destroying my ability to think and speak properly. So, and fortunately, it's cold, but as long as the sun is up anyway, it's not so cold to where I'm going to make you make these Constitution rolls for exhaustion at the moment. And frostbite and all that. However, do you still have notes of your current condition there, Benjamin?
I believe you said that I had what was it? 2 negatives to like dexterities.
It was 2 levels of exhaustion, I believe.
Yeah, 2 levels of exhaustion. Yep.
And what does that entail? Let's find out. Just trying to remember. Arctic hazards. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we're looking at exhaustion. That's what I'm looking for. Was it 2 levels of exhaustion or was it 2 levels of frostbite? Must have been frostbite.
Frostbite.
Oh, or maybe it was both actually combined, wasn't it? So,
And a case of the shits.
yeah, you have a penalty die to dexterity checks for numbness and pain with the frostbite in your extremities. Your speed is halved, and you have a penalty die on all skill checks as well. That's from your 2 levels of exhaustion.
Damn, so I'm pretty much useless.
No, not useless. Just you're half the man you used to be. Essentially. So you following the tracks along. You got about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, well, about 4 hours go by, and you're still moving. You're still tracking. You've covered about 4 miles through this deep snow. And you got about an hour left of daylight. So if you want to make camp while there's still any light out, you'd want to do it now. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you, the situation. By the time about 5 o'clock in the evening rolls around, and the tracks still carry on.
All right, I pass on the information. Be losing light pretty quick.
All right, then let's go ahead and do camp then, just to err on the side of caution. Given the state of our
And it would take us 3 hours to get back, correct? 4 hours to get back?
4 hours, yeah. It's going to be dark in an hour.
Yeah, and 3 hours in the dark is what I meant. I say I'm sorry.
Right. Yes. Yes. It'd be 3
So
hours.
we either camp tonight out in the open here with this potential threat. He's not going to survive the night, or we can trudge back and be back in that secured environment in 3 hours.
Or you press on.
Yeah, I don't think that's an option. I think we really need to consider that he's gone. He wasn't well suited for the environment, and he's obviously in trouble. He's not going to survive the night. We're not going to catch up with him.
Yeah, basically at this point, it does seem like it's just body retrieval.
Right. I mean, if this was, your mother, your brother, your child, that'd be different. But he's just a company man.
Well, we can't help him if we can't help ourselves.
He's kind of a dick too.
Listen, so long as we get paid.
Yeah, let's head back.
All right.
All right, get you handling the job you need to do there, Doc.
Would you have maybe? I'm sorry to retcon, but do you think if you were traveling, say, you had 5 hours of daylight left at the time,
I would have stopped.
Would you have stopped about 2.5 hours so you could get back before dark?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but without that option, I figured maybe we were too cold and we just went too far.
We could retcon that by about an hour and a half because, if that's something that you would think of, I think that would probably make more sense, and it would be a lot better for your well-being than trying to walk through 3 hours because it's going to get extremely cold once that sun goes down.
Yeah. If we'd had the option, that's where I would have gone with is.
Yeah.
At that point.
Okay. So you trailed him for about 2.5 hours. The tracks are still going. At that stage, then you just say, look, if we turn back now, we can get back to the pumping station before it gets dark. Yeah.
Have they been like bipedal footprints the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they were moving fast.
2.5 miles of it.
They were moving fast because that
Carrying,
sucker couldn't have been out more
two
than,
people.
Yeah, couldn't have left more than 10, 15 minutes before we noticed.
And there was blood.
Nowhere.
Blood, yes.
For a little while, yeah, it eventually stopped, but you never came across any body parts or any big piles of blood that would make you think that it stopped here and ate one of them or anything,
Right, I got you.
Yeah. That thing's moving fast. Definitely best to hold up back inside the facility. Get out of this wind, get those generators kicking.
Okay. So back to the pumping station. Where's my pumping station map? Oh yeah, there. That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna actually just take that camera off there because
if we're gonna sleep here, we should probably try to barricade the doors, just in case.
That's definitely a good plan.
I'll start getting on that then. Just kind of look around for anything that I can bust down and get up.
Give you a hand carrying stuff.
All right. Say we'd use that whole entire couch. Save the cushions, give us something to maybe use to sleep with, but block that whole door with this couch.
Right.
Any of those bed frames, if we get them dragged out here from those bunk rooms.
Anything that isn't nailed down that we couldn't possibly use, just.
Except for the one that guy pissed and shit all over.
I think they all have some degree of piss and shit at this point. No getting around that one.
That's probably true. Well, no, not all of them. Some of them are all right. So, right. So, back to the rec room, basically.
Right.
Grab out some of the bunks. It wasn't the rec room, was it? The rec room was where you were hanging out, but it was the residential building, I think is what it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think residential is where.
Do you believe you're correct?
Yeah, because it had the bunks in it as well. Okay. Cool. So who's retrieving mattresses?
I suspect it's all hands on deck, so I would.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden check.
Spot hidden. Here we go.
Oh, I give up on this fucking iPad. It's just too goddamn slow.
69, which is not very good. And my spot hidden is 56, so I was unsuccessful.
Okay. No problem. Very good. So how many mattresses are you getting down? 4?
Yes.
Go ahead and describe to me. Tell me how you're basically setting all this shit up.
We are we're setting up inside the building that has a functional fireplace, correct? Were you trying to set up outside?
Well, it was pretty warm in there. There were no functional fireplaces. There's heat, or whatever. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said residential area. That's fine.
Yeah, it's residential, but I mean, it doesn't have a fireplace. You know what I mean? It's not wood burning stoves or anything for heat. They have actual heating stuff there. Remember, you went underground, you saw all the pump works and all the
Right. Okay, I got it.
all the
I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at the buildings
furnaces
now.
and all that stuff. I am trying to find. I have a folder somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure there, John, on that top map on Ian's screen. I think it's that middle building across the top.
Right, with the one with the barrels, or the one to the left of it.
To the left of that. So
Okay.
I think that was the room. There was like a couple like offices, bunk rooms.
Right.
There's that large kitchen, like the bathroom facility area.
And that's first floor, correct? There's no second floor?
No, there was a second floor, all right. The second floor is where you found that body in the bathroom and found all the footprints and stuff last time, remember?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, that defeats the whole let's be safer on the second floor. Since that's where they were used and abused. Wow. Well, I'm just an engineer guy, so I'm gonna leave it to our resident security officer there to decide. I'll let her set it up. It makes the only thing that makes sense.
Alrighty. Yeah.
There's no way around this
Set
without
up in
doing
the
Facebook.
central room then, I suppose. Just kind of bundle them all together, probably. Yeah. Nothing too fancy. Just making sure, keep eyes on doors and stairwells, everything. Keep it central.
Yeah, as I recall, like the this fucking map, this bloody iPad. So that building, I think it is the one that you pointed out, Joseph, in between the other two buildings. God bless it all. Or maybe not. Come on, load up for me. Wow, I cannot believe how crap my PDF reader is being right now. It's shocking. So I'm going to have to do this the hard way on the computer. What page am I even looking for? Page 52. Okay. Sorry about this, guys.
No worries.
Technical issues here. So...
you're all good.
Yeah, it's the one on the far left, isn't it?
Yeah. For the upper floor.
For the upper floor. Sorry, you're right. Okay, on the lower floors. Yeah, you're right. It is the second one from the left. So, on the ground floor there, yeah, you had that rec room area, which is kind of the big room there with the stairs and stuff. That was where you guys, I think, had originally planned on setting yourselves up, because it was warm. relatively defendable. Of course, you have the stairs going up and stairs going down, as well as a door leading out. But or do you want to set up on the second floor above that, where you really only have the stairs which lead down to defend?
But there's no easy way to get out.
No, definitely not.
I don't know. I still think setting up in the rec room would be good. Anybody else got any other ideas, essentially?
Semper Fi, I'm with the security officer.
No, I agree. We have more movement in there.
Alrighty.
Yep.
And
Yes,
that room
ma'am.
is-
So that room is actually called the game room, the second floor one.
Yeah, on the first floor, where with the stairs up and down and the door out. That's I think we're gonna set up.
Right. Here we go. Zoom in so I can actually read it a bit. So in the game room, it was a room lined with shelves, stacked with board games, puzzles, game books, dice, playing cards, Nintendo game console, 8 cartridges. There's a folded ping pong table leaning against a wall, large bin in the corner with a number of items for outdoor use, including frisbees, football, soccer ball, some baseball gear, and a set of horseshoes. It was an undisturbed room, and there were 2 wooden baseball bats as well.
Good question.
Yeah.
Isn't there a room that had like alcohol in it?
Fuck if I know, man. I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. There was the room downstairs from there. What letter is that on the map? Can you tell me so I can have less things to flip between? The room downstairs from the game room. Anybody see it
Hold
there?
on.
No, I'll just flip through here. I think that's the recreation room.
Yeah, I can barely read it.
You don't have the maps that I sent you before, no?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
no, it's
pulling
not
it
the game room. 2L is the game room. 2I. Here we go. Sorry, this is the room, the recreation room. Largest room in the building, dominated by a full-size pool table, 3 pinball machines, a simple bar. There it is, and a sofa that faces a TV VCR fixed to the wall. Sorry, I was reading the wrong room description. I was reading 2L instead of 2I.
You're fine.
Yep. So yeah, there's a bar here, simple bar. Several dozen bottles of hard liquor, drink mixes, and Budweiser on tap.
So I can make a Molotov cocktail? Yes.
Give me a
Typically,
luck roll, and you're going to need a hard success because you need really potent alcohol to make a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, you need Everclear. Everclear or moonshine.
You can't do that with just like standard shelf whiskey.
I rolled an 8.
Although you could make it out of like denatured alcohol, I guess.
You rolled an 8?
Yeah, but
yeah, there's 1 bottle of fucking moonshine basically that you can use to make a single Molotov cocktail out of. Yep. There you go.
I would show them, but I would be like, I hope you guys were not hoping to drink this.
Hope you got the skill of Molotov cocktail use.
Yeah, throw. That skill's called throw.
Right?
Messing with it.
Ooh, I hope somebody's got some good throwing action going on there.
I don't know if anybody does, but anyway. So yeah, how do you want to do watches and stuff like that? It's eerily quiet. Too quiet.
Oh, fine. I say let Benjamin go first since he's the most beat up.
That makes
You can
sense.
watch, and then we can pick up the rest as we go.
I'll take the
Right.
second one so that I can. I'm not that kind of doctor, but I do have good first aid. I'll take the second one so I can give him a quick once over, and then send him off to bed.
Nice.
Wait,
You want to flip a coin for third and fourth?
I could take fourth.
All right, then I will do third.
I actually also have first aid, so I think I'll go ahead and check Ben before I hit the hay. See what I can do for him.
I'm pretty
Fair
sure you've done first aid already before on him.
Right.
Oh,
you can't do
yeah, I
first aid
can't
again.
again.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was just more of a moral victory kind of thing.
Yeah,
Whether
nice,
it would work or not, it was just something to do.
Nice try, though.
Right.
I'm watching you.
Wise to your games.
So while Benjamin is on watch, I would like Dr. Sergeant, Amanda,
Major.
and whatever. Your fucking weird ass name. I'd like Mr. Major, Miss Drake, and Mr. Goodwin, please, to give me spot hidden checks.
Dr. Major to you. I made it this time. I got a 23.
Oh.
Did you need a hard say? Let me see what my hard one is. Hold on.
I am oblivious. I rolled 100.
He got underneath his second value. It has a 56, a 28, and 11. He got a 23.
I got a 32 out of 40.
Okay, so Oz failed, but Amanda and
Dr. Major.
Dr. Major both succeed. Right, I'm just looking for handout numbers. Because you're going to find things stashed inside your mattresses.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Gross things.
No. Well, no. I don't think so.
Useful things?
Maybe. Let's see here.
Useful, gross
So,
things.
Amanda, yours is coming through right now. And 1 second. I wish this thing was working properly, but whatever.
What is that?
Well, you don't see it. Amanda sees it. You don't.
Oh, I'm still looking at it anyway. That's a cool symbol.
Here you go. This one is what you find in your mattress, Dr. Major. Notes.
Oh. I immediately share mine.
All while you're, attempting to tuck yourselves up into
I
bed
love
for
the
the night.
language on it.
You what?
I love the language on that note.
Can't read.
Oh. I'm not even reading
Yeah,
it.
so I'm gonna
I got too
go
many
ahead and,
things going on screen.
let people know about that because
Yeah, I'm going to share my note for sure.
crack.
Let's check all the mattresses.
Well,
Maybe
let's-
there's more.
Yeah.
Let's do it in character.
Oh no. So found this page about banishing something. Just kind of pull it out from wherever it was stuffed and just I
What?
don't
Like an
know
exorcism?
what the hell this is.
Looks like something out of Harry Potter, but look what I found. Look at my note.
What the hell is Harry Potter?
Oh, that's right.
Not yet.
It's fucking
yet.
like 1985 or something, wasn't it? Right now.
Oh, yeah, it looks like trashy fiction.
Born or some shit.
Some kind of weird Lovecraft crap.
Storage scenario bullshit right here. Was that out yet? I don't remember.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of thing is that?
Like something from Hellraiser or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
shit.
I did find this. Check this out. And I'll read my note. Hand the note to you.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully it makes more sense. Half the shit on this one, this
Yeah, right.
banishment, it ain't even English.
Talking about putting shit into your palms. What kind of cult?
This note says something about dynamite.
Calling it an airstrike.
And I quote, fucking Yetis. Who the hell is going to be believing in Yetis? Like, this ain't no Weekly World News.
I mean, it's not bears either there, buddy. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
as
when
hell
he
ain't no bear.
says Yetis, you're all thinking about this weird, some bipedal creature's been stalking you and carried off your friend.
Yeah, exactly. He was
Right.
hardly a friend. He was hardly a friend.
Well, sorry, your colleague.
If we had not seen what we
Your
saw,
colleague, yeah.
then this would just be silliness. You know, somebody writing some kind of weird fiction, but we got to give some credence to it.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, there's definitely something to it. I mean, it's a hell lot more than some kind of Scooby-Doo mystery. There ain't nobody in a mask running around doing that shit.
Mhm.
It's
This
hard
is
enough
actually
carrying one
honest to
person
God.
off through the snow, let alone hauling ass so quick that we couldn't even see him with your binoculars there, Doc.
Now that I'm thinking of it too, I suppose there may be someone out there trying to watch this who has no idea what the hell we're talking about. So I am going to do this and put them on the screen.
That's fair.
All right.
Now
Oops,
it mentions
a little bit too
I
big.
think it mentions a temple.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some more notes. We should start digging around for more notes.
Mhm. So any mattress that we didn't already grab, I'm gonna go start cutting into and looking around for anything involving the banishment or the Yetis.
So yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
the one page that you found says banishment. Participants must recite or chant for 620 beats, 21 minutes, within 23 paces of the gate or doorway. They must also cut the sign of Ithaca into the flesh of the palm of their hand, like so. And there's the image there. Translated phonetically, the chant reads, oh god, this is going to be fun with a head cold. Ya Thutha, Chuta Gasa Ang Asa Shas, Guth Uth Hatten, Asa I, Su Sha'ar, Gantha Hus Un Sha, Nana Ur Sha Gaas, Tug Ang Ta'aft, Ur Sha Ru'ux, Tathung Afthak. My understanding of the sacred language is rudimentary at best, but the text clearly indicates that at least 2 participants must continuously maintain the chant until the banishment is complete. There are indications that it causes a significant strain on the mind and body of those involved, but I am confident that we can do it if necessary. And then it's covered with a little blood stain. And the note that Dr. Major found reads, if you're reading this, you need to leave right now. I know this sounds batshit crazy, but we've been attacked by fucking Yeti. Yeah, those giant hairy fucking things from the Himalayas or wherever. Just look around at all the fucking dead people. I watched Brian get ripped in half by one of the fucking things, but we're not all dead. I saw one of those Yeti things grab Anna and run off with her still alive. I don't even want to think about why they're going to do with her. He must have been under stress. Listen, there's not much time before the rest of us are fucking dog meat too. You've got to get away from here and maybe call in a fucking airstrike or a nuke or something. These monsters can't be allowed to get away from this place, and their temple needs to be buried. In the garage, we have a crate of dynamite. If you can blow up that fucking cave, bury those evil fuck blah 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 rocket ice, make sure that, and that's about all you got.
Sounds like some Evil Dead kind of bullshit language. Like that's
Well, it mentions a temple, so they have to have found a temple. They didn't say their camp or nest, or so they saw something. So let's see if we can find some notes about what they found.
Didn't we found some earlier about the temple and whatnot? Or like some pictures?
Heinz found some documents, but I
Yeah.
don't think he shared that information with any of you.
No,
That
he
was
didn't.
No, he
good,
checked
wasn't it?
Jose.
Oh no.
He was up with Jose.
ooh.
No, because I know I was reading some documents, but I think he took some stuff out of there. Didn't
Yeah.
he?
Let's go back to where the mattresses were. Maybe we can find some more notes in that immediate area.
That's a good plan.
Okay, so for going to sleep for a little longer, because now you've got an itch to search the rest of the rooms, which is fair enough. Can't entirely say I blame you. You will come across. I'm not gonna make you roll for these. I'm just say you find them.
We can leave Gimpy behind. He needs a rest anyway. I mean, logistically.
Yeah. Ben, go to sleep, buddy. It's okay.
Alright, he would sleep with his gun in his hand just in case, though.
You find. No, I already read that one. Where's the thing here? Oh, yes. You find like some kind of an artifact. It looks like a fragment of stone depicts part of a ritual. It clearly shows a human being, being sacrificed by two cultists, and something coming through a portal. And this is hidden underneath one of the bunks, and I will put that up on the screen now. Just a moment. Where is it? Here it is. Drop it there. So that's what that looks like. Oops. Okay.
Hey, y'all, that's that same symbol. Down there toward the bottom left, that's that same symbol on that freaking one of them scraps of paper y'all found.
Yeah, it is.
And you also find underneath the stone tablet in the little box underneath the bed a drawing that looks like some kind of a map that I've also put up on the screen there now.
Well, they mentioned the dynamite here too, so. Right side.
Yeah. Apparently there's some kind of cave somewhere and a temple underground. What the hell did these boys stumble onto? Hey,
Something.
Doc, you're their engineer. You get any kind of heads up info on anything that might have been brushed aside before the pump house and everything got built up here?
I'm not a building engineer, dude. I just fix machines.
All right, fair enough.
And don't you think that if there was like, hey, there might be monsters or a forbidden temple up here, it would have been a different sort of situation?
Well, I mean, monsters, yeah, but the temple, I could see how something like that could have just been forgotten. I mean, money is money.
No,
I mean, let's be real. This is 1986. What much do we care about some old chunk of stone piled up underneath some ice?
Give me an idea roll.
Yeah, I'm just a contractor.
Anybody or?
Anybody, yeah. Give me an idea roll.
All right.
Rolling.
Oh, idea. That's straight in.
I got a 61, and my IQ is an 80. So I made a regular.
Now, you know that there was already a lot of controversy about the pipeline and the indigenous First Nations people of this region.
Well, of course, yeah.
That weren't happy about the pipeline and its effect on their habitat, their environment, etc. Now, if there were to be an old temple discovered that could also be affected by the pipeline, I mean, that's the kind of thing where governments step in. You know, people like, you know, operations get shut down for months or even maybe years while they try to figure out ways of doing things without disturbing some, you know, ancient piece of history, as it were, or something, you know.
Especially in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally.
All right.
Yeah,
so
Oz
you
has no
comb
ideas.
through the office
You
building?
already had problems with the Earth First people and stuff like that, you know what I mean, who were the eco-terrorists and things of that sort that were pissed off about the pipeline as well. Something like this, if that kind of news were to get out, they could use that to really shut down and accomplish their goal, essentially, of shutting down the pipeline, maybe getting Exxon kicked the fuck out of this area. So the possibility that maybe Exxon was covering it up or trying to hide it kind of makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That was a pretty good idea, Roll. Well done.
That's good. And that symbol does cross over to that rock piece from the note.
Yeah, 100%. That's that same symbol.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
are we all sure that this is? I mean, it's talking about rituals and carving up your hands and shit with this thing. Like, are we really believing this shit? I mean, I know those footprints. That is not a damn bear. But, like, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could fully commit to believing that kind of thing. That some kind of creature came out of damn portal.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but I do know about dynamite. I'm more than happy to throw some dynamite into an old rocky temple with some weird portal, especially if there's some big freaking monsters or something out of there. Hell, I saw Close Encounters. I know what happened. So
I'm definitely feeling that. This has some Outer Limits kind of shit all over it, and some of that shit on TV has gotten the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. This is way worse.
yeah, I don't know about chanting and all that, but I'll definitely throw some dynamite. Now we just
Hell,
need a better idea where to go.
If I got a chant, I'll tell you what, boy, I'm a chant.
I think we might find out a better idea of where this was found if we were to comb through the offices. Ben, did you find anything up there about any of this shit? Because I know you went up with Hines.
No, that was just some of the offices here in the personnel quarters, I believe. Right?
Okay.
Let me double check here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring up.
I want to say Hines went to the main guy's office, the administrator's office.
There's a maintenance shack. There's personnel quarters. That's the building you're in now.
He was really pressing to try and get into the office.
There's the pump building itself. Then there is the supply building. Then there is the offices building. And then there's the garage with the heliport on top. Yeah, those are the 6 buildings.
Let's go to. I'm gonna go to the heliport. Why don't we travel in twos at this point? And we'll go to the heliport because they're going to keep logs. And if it's anywhere that the helicopter would have gone over and noted, it would be in their logs. So if they found something, they'd go back to it a couple times, and maybe we can follow it that way. Like if they're following the pipeline, and all of a sudden they make a 2-mile diversion and a 2-mile diversion again, maybe that's it.
Maybe.
If we go in twos, it should be Amanda, one of you guys, and then me and one of you guys, so that way, you know.
Yeah, we have one security personnel with each group.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So let's do this.
Where's the other group of 2 going?
Holding down the fort. I mean, Ben's on injury.
Yeah.
You know, more or less still recouping.
In that case, maybe go through the personnel offices here, see if they can find anything.
Sure, you can go look real quick there, just in the offices that exist there in the personnel building, and you will remember, Benjamin, as you discover something, that Heinz spent an awful lot of time in that room before, and it looks like it's been fucking like torn apart. It's been somebody has already gone through it. There's papers all over the fucking place. It looks like, and based on the information Benjamin tells you that Heinz was in there for a while. You think Heinz has already come through here and taken out any pertinent information, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll stick around here with Ben. If I mean, Doc, that's your plan, checking the logs. Hell, I was just a grunt. I don't know nothing about how to actually read those chopper pilot logs. If you 2 want to head that way.
Fair enough. Amanda, the security officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would she want to be called Amanda, or would a last name be more preferential?
I mean, you kind of saved my ass earlier, so I feel like first name basis would be okay.
Amanda, do we want to go straight to the helo logs, or is there somewhere else you want to stop en route?
I'm actually more in favor of checking that out in the morning, making sure everybody kind of recuperates for a bit, gets their feet back under them. And then
fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, I was getting a little. My curiosity was getting the better of me. You're probably right.
That's fair. It's quite a find.
She's chief of security for a reason.
Right. Yeah. Good call. All right. Well, let's batten down the hatches then, I guess.
All right.
All right. I mean,
it was
ramen noodles all around.
Myself.
We got MREs.
Watch list. Oh, MREs.
Yeah, I think I was taking last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we found all
Okay.
those MREs. We can skip the ramen and go straight for cardboard crackers.
Right?
Ooh, yummy.
In early 80s, the best MRE from my experience would have been the Chicken a la King. It was actually pretty good. We would fight for Chicken a la King. Just avoid the ham slices. My first ham slice was actually purple.
So, like, if you were gambling, playing dice or whatever, the chicken a la king would be the most valuable MRE to
Yep.
bet. Yeah.
There were in the box. There would be 2 Chicken a la Kings in each box because there were 8 different flavors. So we would fight for the Chicken a la King.
So yeah, we found 54 full MRE packs, or maybe that's just all I collected in my backpack. I have it written down.
Nice. And what about
The
this
dehydrated strawberries are really good too. Okay, so we got the GIMP doing the first watch. I'm doing the second watch. Amanda's the third, and then Tracker's the fourth.
Yep. So you got food, shelter, entertainment, beds. You got everything you pretty much need. Weapons, and perhaps to your surprise, the night passes relatively peacefully. You don't hear any sounds. Nothing comes bursting into the building trying to murder you in your sleep. Everybody actually, for the first time since the plane crash, everybody, except probably poor Heinz, gets a good night's sleep. Now, having a good night's sleep means that your frostbite is gone, Benjamin. So you no longer have that penalty die on dexterity checks. And you lose 1 level of exhaustion, so your speed is also no longer halved. You do still have 1 remaining penalty die on skill checks. You're at level 1 exhaustion when you wake up in the morning, Benjamin. All right? Yeah, it's the freaking most comfortable, warmest night you guys have had since you set out on this expedition. And in the morning, the sun is shining pretty bright. It's still cold as sin, but yeah. Snow is still pretty thick. It's not really melting that much, but oh, Doc, not Doc, Oz. Why did I call you Doc? Oz, why don't you go ahead and give me a luck roll?
Oh, alrighty. Well, hopefully I'm lucky. No, I'm not lucky. 78 out of 45.
Unfortunately, there was enough wind in the night that the tracks have mostly been kind of covered up. So, yeah, there's no more signs of the presumed Yeti tracks heading off to the northwest that you had followed the day before. But
oh hell, they probably led right to this cave.
Probably.
It just clicked. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I guess at any rate, I make sure there's coffee before I go rousing everybody. Nice hot coffee, maybe some oatmeal going or something.
What a guy.
Wake everybody up with a hot meal.
The kitchen is really disgusting. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh no, little like pocket, kind of box stove.
Okay, cool.
Right there in the room we're in.
Cool. Yeah. The kitchen was really, really gross, and the bathroom was pretty gross too. Come to think of it, there was a body like had been ripped to pieces in there and stuff, and a disembodied hand, and yeah.
The kitchen had like a septic tank explosion or something.
Yeah, well, it had a roast that had been cooking for days or something like that, and everything in the refrigerators had spoiled and been spilled out and rotted, and yeah, it was really, really gross.
Yeah, not going back in there.
Yeah, but you can melt snow for water, and you can, like you said, you get your little kit with you, so you can cook right there in the room. Cool. So everybody can have finally a hot meal and a hot cup of coffee. It's probably a little bit heavenly.
Other than pine nuts.
And it is the morning of October 31st. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Oh man.
You boys.
1980. What is this? 1986, 85,
Yeah.
86? I can't remember.
86.
86. Yeah. There you go.
If nobody has an issue with it, after we eat, I would like to check out this dynamite. We might as well try to strap on and try to find whatever we can that will help.
What dynamite are you talking about? You haven't found any dynamite?
I want to check to see if it's there.
In the garage.
Yeah.
Note.
Ah. Okay.
All right. If the note's to be believed, hopefully we should have something there.
That's the dream.
Of course, there's a potential if somebody already tried this, they might have already hauled it up there.
Well, the hello logs will tell us something, hopefully.
Well, that note, that one panicky scrawled note, had been written basically the day that the station was attacked. So if the notes were written around the same time, then maybe not. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because the one note had mentioned specifically that the station was under attack, currently under attack at the time. So, right. So, the garage. Would they keep the dynamite in the garage? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So who's going to look for the dynamite, and who's going to go look for the helicopter logs?
Dr. Major is going for the logs.
And I'll go with him.
I'll do the dynamite.
And I'm with him.
Okay, so Benjamin, go ahead and give me a luck roll.
88.
What's your luck?
I think it's 40. Yep, 40.
Oh, that's unfortunate. There's no dynamite in the garage. Not even a box, not even an empty box that says TNT on it or anything.
Oh, man.
Helicopter logs. Okay, Dr. Major. Give me a spot hidden roll, please.
I got a 52, and forgive me, I have to look it up again real quick. Spot hidden is a 56, so he just made it.
It takes you a good 2 hours going through the logs. Because the logs go back since the station was first built, since the first buildings went up here. And because basically what you're looking for is hidden, since any of the official logs were actually already destroyed, taken, confiscated, whatever, because they didn't want anybody knowing about this temple. They were covering it up. But you managed to piece together essentially some hints that hint at a location. Basically, it's like coordinates.
Gotcha.
And when you figure out, looking at a map, figuring out what the longitude and latitude would be, looking at the map, that looks to be a mountain to the northwest of here. Actually, it's north. It's not at the mountain itself. It's past the mountain. It's by, I think it's a maintenance station on the pipeline itself, as I recall. Let me see here. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Yeah, I can't read that. It's too small. Let's see, do I have it here? Yeah. Damn, my fucking iPad all the times for it to die on me. Can I zoom in here? Yeah, I can.
Was security officer Amanda helping
the
you through this?
maintenance and inspection hatch, basically kind of northwest of Isolation Mountain.
Okay.
It's near there is where it says basically there's some kind of an entrance or something, you reckon. So
Is this something that security officer Amanda had to help me with, or does she have 2 hours to do something else nearby?
She has 2 hours to do something else nearby if she doesn't want to protect you.
No, I'll make sure our mechanical engineering man doesn't get, got. Kind of poke around a little bit, press some buttons.
Mhm.
Kidding, I'm not actually pressing any buttons. I'm not my mother.
Yeah.
Not doing that. That's
No
silly.
worries.
I'll just make sure he doesn't.
So you guys have a
Yeah.
couple more hours. You didn't find any dynamite in the garage, Benjamin and Oz.
Hey, this is going to be a
Yeah.
stupid question, but is there a helicopter?
No.
Damn it.
Oh, but hold on a second. I should tell you what's in the garage since you guys went to the building. Sorry. Damn my cold.
A big snowcat. Yes.
Page. Let's see. This is building number 6. Is the heliport garage building? Hold on, I'm almost there. Right. So this building has 3 large roll-up garage doors that face the main compound with a heliport on the roof that overhangs the front and back of the structure. The garage on the far right has a standard-sized door built into it, so the large ones don't have to be open in order for any personnel to access the garage. Near the north side of the building are a set of 4 tall cylindrical tanks labeled as containing diesel fuel. A fuel pump is mounted on the wall near the tanks for fueling vehicles, with a pipe going up the side of the building to a pump on the heliport. Now, if you look at that map again, is it showing now currently? Yeah, it is showing. And I sent it to you guys a while ago back in the chat too, I think, so you should have copies of that too if you need to see. So area 6A there is the garage and maintenance area, which is where Oz and Benjamin were looking for the dynamite. Stepping inside the garage, you see 2 snowcats, one of which is in the process of being repaired. The other one looks to be operational at a casual glance. Near the back wall is a roughly 3-foot square wooden crate with the word fragile stenciled on the side in red. On the right-hand side of the garage is a maintenance area with mechanical tools, and a acetylene torch, and a steel shelf with boxes of spare parts. A flight of stairs on the left-hand side of the garage has a sign that indicates they lead up to the heliport on the roof. So you all would have seen that going into the building. So there's 2 snowcats. You know what a snowcat is?
I do.
Hells yes.
For anybody who might happen to not, I'll just put it right up here. There you go. That's a snowcat. Oops. Grabbed the wrong image there.
Traveling in style.
That's a snowcat.
They're very loud and they're still very cold.
Yep.
But we ain't walking.
That's true.
And there's a lot of diesel in those tanks as well.
Nice.
Now, at the heliport, when you go upstairs up to the heliport, stepping out of the stairway shelter onto the heliport is breathtaking. The entire facility is visible from this point, and the mountains surrounding you like great walls elicit the mixed feelings of awe and isolation. On the far side of the heliport is a pump for fueling the various transport and inspection helicopters that are expected to regularly visit the station. Basically, it's a large, flat, open space, 3-foot railing along the outer edge. Near the stairs, there's a hatch in the floor that contains firefighting equipment, including 2 backpack extinguishers, oxygen masks, and fireproof suits. Those with tactical knowledge, that would be you, Amanda. You would notice that this is probably the most defensible position in the entire facility. So, yeah, if you had to hole up somewhere, this would be a good place to do it. Because there's only access from one point, from the one door, the stairwell, and then you're up here up top. Now it is, however, exposed to the elements, so there is that. But
Yeah.
as far as the inside the garage, let's see, the crate that said fragile. Contains a fossil. It has a label on it. It says that it's going to be shipped to a facility in the United States. And if you look over the label for a bit, you'll notice that it has been pre-approved by U.S. Customs, which seems very shady. Okay, if not downright illegal, Benjamin and Oz, as you're looking at this. The fossil itself looks to be some sort of animal skull, shaped vaguely like that of a human, but enormous. A successful anthropology or natural world check. Would you like to make one of those, Oz?
I will give it a shot. My natural world sucks, but I'll give it a shot. Don't have anthropology. Yeah, that's a negatory there, Ghost Rider.
Okay, how about you have biology, right?
Yeah, zoology.
Oh, let's try it. Well, zoology though? No, that's animals. Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. I'll just make it more difficult. This is kind of related.
I rolled an 8.
Really? So is that a hard or an extreme success?
That's just a hard. Yeah, it's just barely just above my extreme.
So essentially, all you can tell is that it looks to be some sort of primate skull, but not of any species that you've ever heard of. Like I said, it's kind of human looking, but it's much bigger than any human skull.
Right.
As well.
God damn, it's like a big ass Lucy or something.
And the garage also has all the tools necessary to maintain vehicles in the facility. And there's a selection of parts that typically wear out. Yeah. And if you needed to, even in a pinch, you could probably use the tools and materials at hand to fabricate a few more parts if as needed, you know. But I mean, all you got here is two snowcats. One looks to be operational, one is not.
Right. Yeah, I think well, the others are looking for stuff. I think Ben and I are check the inside of the snowcats.
Looks like a great idea.
All right.
Yeah.
See if there's anything loaded in there at all yet.
Oh, like dynamite? Go ahead and give me a luck roll. Wait. Before you do, what's your luck, Oz?
Mine's a 45.
What's yours, Ben?
40.
Ben, give me a luck roll.
I got a 13.
A 13?
Yes.
Yes, you find a small box with some dynamite in it. It's not a lot, but you know, you think maybe with I don't know, if you grab like some fuel canister or something like that, you could probably improvise some stuff, put some stuff together to make it have a much better yield than just the like, let's say it's like 6 sticks of dynamite. Oh, 6 sticks of dynamite is nothing, no joke, but.
So I'm gonna be a terrorist then.
But if you're looking at like a subterranean temple or something like that, for example, you might want as big a bang as you can get.
We got plenty of diesel.
You do have plenty of diesel. You also have tools, parts, you name it. So what are you guys doing after the 2 hours of fishing through the logs, which I imagine he's probably doing I don't know. Yeah. Where would the logs be kept? Do you think, John? Just like in a folder just inside the stairwell door or something?
I would imagine there would be a desk for any incoming helicopter pilot to sit down and do his logs and to chill out waiting between things. You know, their own little shared office would be my guess. You know, like just a single little small office.
We'll say there's one inside the garage. You know,
yeah, that's what
not
it
up
would
on the heliport
there.
itself. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are sitting in there messing around with that while they're screwing around with these bobcats, these snowcats. Sorry, not bobcats.
It would probably have a cot, I would imagine, so they could catch winks in between.
Right. So I guess if there's anything you wanted to do, Amanda, since they are all basically in the same building, you could leave him for the couple hours if you wanted to go. There's something you wanted to pursue, something you wanted to do.
Not in particular. We're just kind of here to make sure if nobody dies.
Okay, cool.
Snatched up.
Don't want to go wandering off.
Yeah, no.
By yourself, walking
I'm
around.
not a fan of totally splitting the party, so.
All right, fine.
Sorry.
No, I don't blame you at all.
I think also for us, or at least Oz, I would start making sure that the Snowcat had a full tank of gas, or the one that was
Yeah, you can fill
operational.
it up. Yep.
Yeah, fill up any spare tanks we can fill and load in while still having enough room for 4 passengers. And actually figure out which one is, if the one in better shape is actually running. Give it a quick little fire up to check it.
Yeah. Yep. Fires right up.
Nice. Yeah, and then fuel tanks and supplies loaded in. With that thought that even if we blow this thing up, we're gonna want to get the hell out of here somehow.
So yeah, John, by the time Dr. Major finishes figuring out what he needed to figure out, gets the coordinates figured out for where he believes the entrance to this temple may be, you'll hear the running engine of the Snowcat outside, and you'll see Oz and Benjamin have been loading it up with stuff. The Oz is probably pulling the fuel pump, the handle out of the gas tank as we speak and capping it back off.
Gotcha. And Dr. Major will do a quick overview of the stuff that they have. See if we've got the common things that an engineer would think of, like any spare kit parts, an extra battery, that sort of thing.
Okay. No problem. How fast do you think one of those things would go, John?
It really depends. They have a pretty constant speed. They can
keeping in mind it's 1986, so it's but
25, 30 miles an hour regardless.
That was in the Shining, wasn't it? Didn't they have one of those?
Yeah, they don't go terribly fast, but they really can't be stopped. They just go and go and go and go.
How fast did you say? 20 miles an hour?
25 to 30 miles an hour. But that's running hot.
Right.
But diesels are meant to run hot. But I'm just saying that's running top. But they'll do that through water. They'll do it through slush. They'll do it through rocks. That's the same speed. Damn. Now that'd be a bumpy ass ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
So you reckon you could get to the location in about half an hour with that thing?
Sweet.
About 8 miles away, whereas it would have taken about 8 hours walking.
Okay. Before we go, why don't we do things in case we get separated, like see if there's any flare guns. Each of us has a flare gun to be able to pop it up in case we get separated, that sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe you look for some radios if available.
Sure.
I mean, they'd only work for so much distance, but
looking where?
Ooh.
I will look for the flare guns where the vehicles were maintained. I would imagine they'd be in kits. I imagine each vehicle would have one, but if they do have one for the vehicle, I'll take it out of the vehicle that's down.
So
we have a spare.
All right. Or possibly back down storage areas underground. Cellar storage. There's a supply dump outside. I mean, just looking at the map.
Yeah. So the machine shop would be for fabricating tools and parts out of steel. The cellar storage, I think you guys have looked in there already, if I recall correctly, didn't you? Maybe I'm wrong. It's got 9 cardboard boxes along one wall and 8 food-grade barrels along another.
I think that's where we pulled MREs from.
It's all food goods, yeah. That benefit from cooler temperatures. In the barrels and the boxes have dried pasta, nuts, grains, and so on. So they have pastas, nuts, grains, so on. The barrels have molasses, honey, corn, syrup, and cooking oil. Let's see. And
when we were traveling before, were we wearing snowshoes or were we trudging?
I think Oz had fashioned some snowshoes for all of you guys, didn't he?
Yeah. Doc started those. I just helped him
Right.
make
Right.
the rest of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I did have one pair.
So maybe we could check to see if the facility's got some actual real snowshoes to bring with us just in case we get separated. Maybe even skis.
So
Right.
the supply dump has spare parts for the pipeline and support machinery, and barrels containing various sealants, cleaning agents, and machine grease. Buried on the garage and maintenance area. Yeah. Where else? Anywhere else you want to go?
What about that supply dump?
I already said that the
Oh yeah.
center of the compound, stack of wooden crates, and number of 50-gallon steel barrels, which had
Okay.
spare parts for the pipeline and
Yeah.
machinery, and barrels with sealants, cleaning agents, and machine grease in the supply dump.
Right. That is right. I'm not sure. I mean, there's probably spare batteries in the battery room if we needed them for the
There's a
vehicle.
supply
But
building, right?
Oh yeah, bulk storage, data storage.
Supply building is 2-story building, quite plain from the outside. It's building number 4 on the map. Sign above the door identifies it as a supply building. A large roll-up garage door is closed, as is the standard exterior metal door further along the same wall. Inside the building is utilitarian and sparse, though it is well insulated. The bottom floor is smooth concrete. Upstairs floors are covered with a carpet of brown rubber mesh that's soft to walk on and quickly sheds moisture. The external wall insulation keeps the temperature around 65 Fahrenheit. Scattered throughout the structure are wall-mounted CO2 fire extinguishers, and there is a cabinet on the ground floor containing firefighting gear, which includes oxygen masks, fire blankets, and 2 fire axes. There are 4 emergency lights on the ground floor, 1 in the stairway and 2 upstairs. And in the bulk storage section, the ground floor of the building, there's 1 large room lined with shelves. Larger boxes and crates are stacked near the large garage door. A pallet jack truck sits near them. In the middle of the room, 1 wooden crate looks as if it's been hastily pried open and the contents removed. On the far wall is a set of stairs that goes up to data storage, according to the sign on the wall next to it. Similarly, there's a set of stairs beneath the other set that descends below the surface to the underground area. That sign lists cellar, engineering, water recovery, and machine shop. In the data storage, in the opened crate, the packing label indicates it contains some sort of electronic parts. Anybody have electronics knowledge?
Yes.
You would realize that the contents were sufficient to repair or build a shortwave radio, but it's now empty. Give me a listen check.
Everybody?
Well, whoever's there at the moment, just paying attention.
Oof, a 90. I didn't get it. I was focused on something else.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
69 out of 40.
Nope.
I think unless we're all there, I think I would still be back with Ben.
Okay, so yeah, you would also find here spare batteries, canned food, and tools. Give me a spot hidden check there, Amanda and Doc.
I got a 4.
Oh, you will see some
Wait,
packaging, some packing material from the crate on the stairs. Yep, there's some packaging material that was from that empty crate on the stairs leading up
25
to data
matters.
storage.
Continue going up then.
Okay, so the dull hum of electricity can be heard as you open the door to the data storage room. The heat from the servers keeps it somewhat warmer in here. Both long walls are lined with gray steel cabinets. Clear panels with blinking lights and temperature readouts provide the only light in this room at the moment. There's a wall switch just inside the room, which if you test it, turns on the overhead lights, revealing that the room seems normal. Give me another spot hidden check, both of you.
Oh, Jesus, an 82. I failed it again.
Okay.
I failed this one. I failed my listen last time. Did not get it the second time.
40.
What'd you get under 40?
37.
Okay. Do you want to spend 17 luck to make it a hard success? No is an acceptable answer. I'm just asking. I'm going to take it that's a no. I can't see your camera if you're shaking your head or something. I'm looking at the PDF, so. Okay. So there are two entrances into this room. The first is at the top of the stairs above the bulk storage area, and the second leads to the bridge that connects the storage building with the office building next door. Let's see here. Yep, that's it.
Well, then let's load up and get out of here. Go see if this temple even exists.
Okay.
Yeah, before we roll out, you'd mentioned in the garage firefighting equipment. I'm gonna grab the oxygen tanks from those masks and get those loaded up because those are going with the bangers.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want me
We're
to go
putting
up
those
and
with
grab
fuel
the
cans
ones
and
that I
dynamite.
saw on the helicopter pad?
What did you want to grab on the helicopter pad?
Either you had said that there was firefighting equipment up on the helipad, or it was already.
Oh yeah, there was some. Yep, there was some. Yep, on the helicopter
Yep.
pad.
So,
That's correct.
do you want me to go that Oz real quick?
Yep. So she tells you where there's some more firefighting equipment up on the helipad.
Yeah, I go grab those O2 tanks also.
Yeah, we'll give you a hug.
Yep, all the things.
And
All
duct
the
tape.
oxygen. And duct tape.
And duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape
Here's your duct tape.
your 55 M80s on each tank.
I don't have any M80s.
55 M80s is one stick of
Oh
dynamite.
Jesus, sorry, I meant to mute myself.
Oh, gotcha.
Right through my nose. Fuck. Fucking mute button. Sorry about that. I'm dying here. Okay, so you got the firefighting equipment loaded up along with your 6 sticks of dynamite.
Bunch of cans of diesel.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and a fully fueled up snowcat, and you're ready to depart. By this point in time, let's see here. You had breakfast and all that. I'm going to say it's probably about midday. Yeah, I'll say it's about 12 o'clock. And you guys are pretty much ready to depart, I believe, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break. And we'll pick this up in a couple minutes if anybody needs to grab some refreshments, etc. I'm going to go chop my head off, and I'll be back feeling much better.
Awesome. See you guys in a couple minutes.
Yep.
Everybody take 5.
Oh man, this is about to get crazy.
Yeah. No fucking kidding.
At least I ended up rolling good that second time because that would have sucked no dynamite.
That was pretty yeah. I can't talk. Fuck. I hate this. I always hate getting sick because it means I lose most functions. A problem. But no, that was a really good roll. Bravo, dude.
All right, I am back. Whew.
I'm also.
Oh, man, it drives me crazy. I'm just really mad that I fucking missed the mute button before I blew my nose out. It was gross.
It was no big deal, dude.
I just hate it. It's a pet peeve of mine. If I'm watching like somebody's Let's Play and you hear disgusting sounds, it's just gross. I hate it. But so sorry about that. Anybody who's watching, but I'm dying of a head cold over here, and I didn't want to delay the game again because we started this back at the end of September. Remember, I think it was September 30th we ran the first session.
Right.
And this is only the third session, so it's yeah, I didn't want to delay it again. So,
well, you're a trooper.
Goddamn right. See,
it's late.
Fantastic Dimensions, sacrificing my health and body to make sure this game gets finished.
Literally failing your sanity check so that you could entertain us.
It's either incredibly inspiring or incredibly self-destructive, and honestly, I don't know which at this point.
Yeah, probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Yeah. Yeah, it's the fucking one of the worst cases of the man flu I think I've ever had. It's been bad. I made it all the way through the holidays too. I made it through Christmas and through New Year's, and my missus was like deathly sick, basically from Christmas Day till New Year's Day. She was dying.
And now you got it.
And then January 2nd, the day after New Year's, the day everything's supposed to go back to normal, had to go back to work, proper schedule and all that. And then I just fell apart. So it's like day 3 for me of this nasty man flu.
Yeah, I got home about December 13th, I want to say.
Right.
And then that following weekend, just everything started breaking in my body. It was great.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
tradition, I mean, I think I always get sick on the holidays.
See, usually I get sick around like February, March, April, right in there, and then I'm good for the year. So this is a new one.
Fair enough.
Right. I think the holiday sickness comes just because everybody's outside doing everything, all the shopping, and just coughing on everything.
I work retail, so people are coughing on me.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Jose.
I work from home, so I don't have to deal with the public anymore. It's
Lucky
great, but
bastard.
for now. Oh, don't worry, it's not gonna last
Right.
forever. But
Oh.
okay.
Well, you still got to go outside at some points, and that's where they catch you.
Unfortunately, I do. Well, I got to go get a real job soon too. So, because working from home just isn't quite gonna cut it. So, if it had great hours and great pay, it'd be the best job in the world. But okay, so I need to save this presentation. What the hell is it called? It is called Pipeline Maps and Scenery. Yeah, we'll save it there. Yeah, go ahead, replace that. Boom. Because now I have another one. Where is it? That's the one. Doom, 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 doom. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so you drive the Snowcat. How close to the cave entrance do you want to get before you park and turn off the Snowcat? Keeping in mind that it's loud.
Security officer?
Hi, sir.
Drive that bitch right in the cave.
Close enough that we're not hauling ass to get in or to get back out, so we can make a convenient escape, but not right in the cave, if that's a decent measure.
Yeah, no problem. I can wing it from that.
Thanks.
And so you'll be making the ultimate approach to the entrance on foot, with the Snowcat parked not too far away. So the black opening stands out in stark contrast to the white snow surrounding it. As you approach, you can feel a slight breeze blowing out of the cave, and despite the fact that it's still well below zero out here, the air emitting from the cavern is even colder still. There is a faint odor carried to you that on that noisome air. It is rancid, sour, and metallic. It's the smell of corruption and putrefaction. It's the smell of death. There is a large crimson handprint that marks the stone above the entrance. And could almost be mistaken for human, except for the fact that it's too large. And there's a fine scratch near the end of each fingertip, signifying claw marks. Now, as you get to within about 10 feet of this cave entrance, and the cave entrance itself is about 20 feet wide, about 12 feet tall. All you can see from outside, though, is perfect darkness within. I would like you all to make sanity checks as you approach.
Before I make my sanity check, I would just like to state that I would like at least one, if not two, of the sticks of dynamite.
I was going to bring that up too. Like, there's a couple of those big diesel cans with the O2 tanks wrapped and taped to them just waiting for
Yeah.
the dynamite. I'd be
They're
carrying
red.
at least one of those. But
Okay.
I
That's a,
failed my sanity check.
I passed.
It's a 64 out of 68. I am okay.
I made it by 1.
Ah,
How
I
did
failed by
failed is good enough for
21.
me. How did you pass or fail, Ben?
I passed.
Okay, so the only one who failed is Oz. Oz, you will lose 1 sanity point just from that smell coming out of the cave, and the fact that the air, the breeze blowing out of the cave, is actually colder than the sub-zero air outside of the cave, which isn't really natural. You know, like caves are supposed to be warmer than the outside. But
So real quick, it's on the sanity. It's if you lose so much at once that really bad
if you
shit
lose
happens. Right?
5 or more points in a single roll or event, basically a single instance, or if you lose 20% of your starting sanity in the course of a single session. So what did you start off at today?
Today I started at 39, so I haven't hit that 28%.
39.
Or that
So yeah,
8%
once you
yet.
lose 7 points,
Yeah.
or 8 points, basically 8 points. Yeah, once you lose 8 points, you're screwed
Okay.
for today.
Yeah, for today. No, that's what I was thinking. I knew there was like some percentage, and I was looking. I was like, well, I think overall I've lost more than 20%. I started
Yeah,
at 45 in
but
session
not-
1.
No, if you started at 45 and you've lost 6 points, you haven't quite lost. 20% of
Would have been 8.
45 would have been 9,
Oh, 9.
and you've only lost 7 since the beginning, in theory, right? So you should be at 38 now.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So each of you has at least 1 stick of dynamite. You had 6, so who has the other? I guess maybe I would presume, unless you want to do it otherwise, I'd presume that Oz and Ben each have 2 sticks of dynamite, or is it everybody else has 1?
I would have 1 stick attached to one of the tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe those
Small
extra 2
oxygen
are.
Maybe okay. So maybe you each have the 4 are all connected to the tanks, and so there's an extra 2. Where are the extra 2?
I'll probably have 1 extra, and I'll give Amanda the other one.
Okay, so the 2 security officers each have 1 of the extra ones.
Now,
Cool. That
Yeah,
accounts for all the dynamite. You've got all 4 of you, so each of you has one of those big. It's probably like a 10-gallon can of diesel with
All right, big old
with
jerry
a
can or
big
something.
old with a
Yes.
big old oxygen tank from the firefighting equipment strapped to it.
so, do we have any tracks outside the entrance to this cave?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, lots
yes.
of them.
Delightful.
Same kind of tracks, I'm assuming.
Yep. Yeah. Give me a track roll, Oz.
Hell, this ain't ominous at all. Oh my god, I actually failed. 85 out of 65.
Yeah, you have no idea how many creatures. There's tracks all over the place, though. Coming, going,
There are so many. I can't even begin to tell you how many.
somewhere
here.
between 2 and 100. Well, no, 100 is probably a bit much. Somewhere between 2 and 20, you reckon?
There's
those are-
potentially a lot. I mean, we're talking more than a football team here.
Lovely. Good to know.
I hate
And
to say it, but stay frosty.
and Oz, that cave entrance, you're looking at it. Yeah, you don't want to go in there. You're not feeling it. You're like, I don't. You kind of want to. You go to take a step forward, and you just can't bring yourself to it. You're like, no, I can't go in there.
So could we just blow this entrance and call that good, y'all? Like, I'm
Give
afraid,
me listen checks, everybody.
I'm afraid I might need to be pushed to keep going.
listen, 63.
I rolled a 3.
Who passed?
I failed. Dr.
I
Major
passed by
failed.
He
one.
rolled a 3. Oz
Passed
passed
by 1.
Amanda.
Nope.
Okay, so as you're saying that, Oz, you all 4 hear a sound from within the cave. Amanda, Doc, you're pretty sure it's the wind. But Oz and Ben, that was a scream from, sounded like a young girl, somewhere deep within the cave.
Hey, y'all know anything about the crew that was here? Was there a woman? Because there's some poor girl in there screaming.
They took a girl from. There was a note that they took a girl.
Mm-hmm. Just took her and
Shit,
hauled
nah.
off, but
Yeah.
that sounded like the wind. It'll be okay.
That weren't no wind. Unless the wind is a
shit.
woman,
I mean,
like Mother
hey,
Earth screaming.
I heard it too. He's not crazy.
More inclined to believe Ben because I worked with him, but oh no. Nah, it's just gonna hold steadfast. Nope, just the wind. It's fine. We'll be fine. It's okay.
Anybody want to walk up and look in?
I will.
I'll take a look. Yeah.
Sure. As you guys kind of walk up and look in, Oz can't. He's like, nope, not doing it. He's too
Gonna
scared at the moment.
walk back and just kind of, all right, buddy.
Yeah, I
Grab
really
my
don't want to
shoulders.
go.
Come on. Come on.
Nut up, Marine.
Let's go.
Nut up. Let's go.
Hoorah!
Yeah, if they coax you and kind of drag you along with them, you'll be able to do it begrudgingly. But it takes some extra coaxing.
You got your bomb right there. You're safe. Let's go.
Right,
You got a bomb right there. They can blow you to kingdom come at any moment.
right. Fumble with his revolver, that 357 mag.
So as you guys approach the cave mouth, it is pretty dark inside. There is light coming in from outside, but because it's so bright outside with all the snow and it's so dark inside, it's going to take maybe 10 minutes for your eyes to properly adjust. That's why it looks perfectly black from outside, because it's so bright outside. But as you're kind of there, you can still see just inside the entrance, there's various articles of shredded clothing, boots, gloves, coats, personal items like wallets, watches, jewelry, etc.
Gonna go through the wallets and kind of take a look, see if I can see anything from behind.
So you will find the discarded belongings of over a dozen people. You find a wallet belonging to a David Woods. It contains $83, a driver's license, a Talton tribal ID. That's the tribe of this area. And a scrap of paper with some strange, unidentifiable writing on it. Give me an intelligence check as you're looking at that.
That is a 52 out of 80.
Oh yeah, you remember David Woods was one of the members of the North Wind, the eco terrorists that Exxon was worried about operating in this area. Let's see, what else would you find? Is anybody else looking along with her, or is she just doing all the looking herself?
Once Dr. Major got his buddy into the cave area, he'd be looking also.
So, Dr. Major, you find an expensive watch with an inscription on the back that says, "For my beloved James." It is broken, and according to the calendar date, it broke 11 days ago. Anybody else?
He will stuff it in his pocket, as he is a collector of such things.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I'm kind of
like,
just tagging along, like, oh god.
Amanda, you also find a 38 revolver with blood on the grip. It has 5 expended shells and 1 live round in the what's it called? The barrel? Not the barrel, the wheel? The
cylinder?
Cylinder? Sure. Yeah, thank you. Jesus. Yep.
I will just kind of grab that, tuck it in the waistband.
Mm-hmm.
Got 1 left. In case everything else goes to shit.
Right.
That poor bastard should have used it on himself. I don't feel too good. I don't feel too good about digging through the belongings of some dead folks. Let's just blow these fuckers up.
This stuff might keep us alive, so it's not a bad idea.
Doc, you find a satchel containing a pad of notes that pretty much matches the note that Amanda found inside of her mattress for the banishment ritual. It's on a folded page torn from an old book.
Nice. Show it. You share it.
Amanda, you find an ice axe, It looks like it's seen some use, though it is still solid and functional. If used in combat, it is an impaling weapon. It can do 1d10 plus your damage bonus and damage.
Nice.
And if you use it for climbing, it will give you a bonus die to related skill checks, etc.
Why, yes, I would love that. I love having weapons.
And Doc, you find an Exxon identification badge belonging to Anna Levesque. It is attached to a. It is attached to a fragment of clothing and stained with blood. The badge indicates that she is a Canadian government safety inspector from Vancouver.
He'll stuff that in his pocket as well.
And that's all the items of interest you find, besides, the various clothing and stuff. Like I said, about a dozen people worth of stuff here.
What was damage on the ice pick again?
1d10 plus your personal damage bonus, whatever it may be.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And ice axes, those are relatively small, those ice axes, right? That's the climbing axe. They're not like big, massive, gangly things, are they, John?
Ice axes? No, the climbing ones? No.
Yeah, so I would say you could use that with your brawl skill.
Yeah, they're super light.
You could use that with the fighting brawl skill if you were to use it in combat, Amanda. Okay.
Yeah, like for ice climbing, between the crampons on your feet and the ice axes, it's usually those take place with your hands.
Yep, makes sense.
For chipping in.
Makes sense. So while they're kind of fishing through all this stuff, your eyes have all pretty much adjusted. A stalactite might dislodge from the ceiling and crash down 20 feet away from you or something. But aside from that, you're just in this this big cave entrance area. So if you kind of look beyond it, there is passages, of course. It looks like you have flashlights and stuff too, so you can shine down. Looks like the passage descends down and then veers off to the right and left, basically. Not like a cross section, more like a T. You know what I mean? Except that it's a natural cavern. It's not by any means like a nice, handy right angles and things of that sort.
We found
Y'all remember?
kind of shoddy map of the cave, right?
Yeah.
that's what I was just-
did I not drop that? Let me.
That's what I was just about to bring up. Y'all remember which way? Y'all remember which way it was on that map?
Let me see here. So, which one's the map? This was the map, right?
That's the one.
There you go.
So entrance looks like it's a left and then a right. And then we're in.
All right. Do the job and go home. That's what we're here for, yeah?
Damn right. Let's see if we can't find anybody, get them out, and then we blow this place to shit.
I can't believe we're about to do some crazy-ass ritual. I don't think I'm
What
ever going
happened
to
I
tell a
don't
soul
believe
about
in
this.
Come on now.
Yeah, well, that was before. Did you see that handprint? All these goddamn footprints?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shit's starting to get a little more real than I was expecting it to.
Alrighty.
This ain't no goddamn eco-terrorists.
Nah, I think we got something a little more sinister here.
I know I only let Oz roll initially, but if anybody else wanted to look at those tracks, anybody else could make a tracking roll if they wanted to try to determine how many different sets of footprints there are. I just kind of automatically defaulted to Oz since he's the survival guide, but
Yeah. I'll give it a shot. I ain't gonna promise anything, but
I mean it's worth a try.
Right?
so that's a
horrible.
28.
My
and
track
I
is
would
miserable.
love to use 8 luck points to get that to a 20 and just barely pass.
Okay. Yeah.
Why not?
So you spend the 8 luck, that gets you to a 20, and you pass. Yeah, there's about 6 individual, pairs of tracks. Basically, they do kind of come and go. which is where it gets confusing because they overlap a lot. But yeah, you think you're looking at the tracks, you see about 6 different creatures.
All right.
And none of them are human.
Hmm.
They're all, for lack of a better word, let's call them Yeti tracks.
Oh,
Delightful.
nice.
This really kind of makes me think that y'all seen that video of that Sasquatch walking? I thought that shit was a hoax, but I'm not so sure no more.
So we've got some spooky shit in the middle of British Columbia in the snow and ice. And you're gonna start believing in Yetis and Sasquatch and Bigfoot and all those cryptids. All right.
Well, maybe up here, but you know, we don't play that shit back in the US of A. Sure as hell don't play that shit in Texas.
Fair enough. I don't know, John, do y'all play that shit in Texas?
Nope.
Do y'all play that shit in Texas? All the conspiracies and the cryptids?
No, we do not play that shit in Texas.
All right.
I mean, I'm just going by what I'm seeing here with my own 2 eyes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so onward into the breach. Time to save people, slice up some palms, and get the hell out.
Yeah, the sooner we get this shit done, the sooner we can get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm
To
following
the
the little
right.
map. I imagine we're going to go straight in and go straight to the temple.
Mhm.
Yeah, no scratching,
left.
please.
Okay, so moving on ahead.
Moving on.
Descending deeply into the side of the mountain, you come to a fork in the tunnel. The twisting passage to the right makes it difficult to see for more than 50 feet or so at a time, and the uneven surfaces make judging size and distance difficult. The left passage drops more sharply, though it is still manageable without climbing gear. The floors and walls are smooth and slick, while the ceilings are choked with stalactites of ice. Every now and then you see great shafts of ice that have broken loose from the ceiling and are now driven like spears into the floor. The temperature in here is almost unbearably cold, dropping well below 40 degrees below zero. A thick layer of blue ice covers all surfaces, making the descent difficult, and the ice seems to be getting thicker as you press on. Somewhere in the distance is the sound of a young girl whimpering pathetically. Your eyes have now adjusted to the darkness, and you can see that the tunnel to the left is over 50 feet wide and seems to be even larger the further in it goes. And here and there, you can see evidence that intelligent hands have helped to shape the cave in places. Now, you are all wearing cold weather clothes, so for the moment, it's not cold enough that's going to hinder you really anymore. So, just to let you know, though, that it does seem to be getting colder the deeper in you go. Now, looking at your map, the right tunnel just seems to not be complete anyway on the map. So I assume you're going to go to the left. Is that a safe assumption to make?
Into the one that looks like it's widening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we came in at that very bottom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be a right for us.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the left.
We're down at the bottom where it says entrance, right? Were we up where it said weird
Yeah,
thing?
you're at entrance, yep.
So we would take a
Yeah,
right.
it was a left and then a right.
Yeah, you came in at entrance. Basically, you're right where it says entrance. You're at that branch, right or left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we take a
Okay,
left.
then yeah, to the left.
Yeah, the
So
wider.
you go left. Hang on, this is a pain. God, I really wish my freaking iPad would work. It would be really handy, even if I could just have the map on that, so I could go to the proper places. Because I have a different map. You can't see my map. Hold on, I'm just gonna try one more time. Even if I can just get it to just display that one single motherfucking image, it would make my life a lot easier. Where's the map to? Yeah, here we go. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Yes. Okay. So the left tunnel, the descent is significantly greater, makes walking a bit more difficult. Do you have cleats on your boots? You're wearing snowshoes, aren't you?
Yeah,
Or
we would have
I
whatever
would assume.
was acceptable for us to have.
All right. I think now might be a good time that maybe we want to rope up.
Fair enough.
Alrighty.
If you say so.
Well, if
I'll
one
take that.
person goes sliding, the rest of us can try
Right.
and race and catch them.
What order do we want to be roped together?
I can take point.
I'll be rear again.
Okay. And me and Doc in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to rope together like in a cross instead of a line.
Okay.
Okay. I'm actually going to switch. I'm going to put my revolver away and pull the ice axe out for my free hand.
Okay.
So if I can, if needed, I can dig into the
Sure.
into the incline or the decline.
Amanda, go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Oh no. All right. Let's see here. This should be okay. I roll 2d10s. That's dumb. All right. 56 out of 70. We are okay.
Good. And who's behind you? Is it Oz second or
I mean,
Doc
we're
second?
doing this cross thing apparently, so.
Oh,
I'll take the second. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Oz, go ahead and roll your dexterity.
Did you want mine?
Yeah.
Oh, you said Oz. I'm sorry, you threw me off.
Oh, sorry. No, Doc. Yeah.
I actually got a 19, so he made it.
Oz, now you can go ahead and roll it. Oz and Ben, you can roll too. Why not?
Okay, for Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 65 out of 50.
Okay. And Ben, how did you do?
54 out of 65.
Okay. So Oz is the only one who slips and falls and starts to slide down the slope.
I'm gonna run and grab his ass.
I'm going to try and dig that ice pick I just...
Yeah, give me a fighting brawl check.
Oh, yeah. I got a 32 out of 35.
Yep, you managed to dig it in. Let me see here. Give me a Constitution check, please.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Nope. 70 out of 65.
You took 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Maybe bruised your, what's it called? Coccyx? Tailbone?
Ooh, that's a painful one. Yeah, tailbone.
Yeah.
How you holding up back there, man?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right, can you get up?
Oh, yeah. Just give me a minute. It's just my pride. Good Lord, that pride hurts.
So as you're working your way down, then a little bit more gingerly, you get to the bottom of this this descent, this slope, and it's littered with chunks of ice and snow that have blown in from outside. Down here now, the light from outside is no longer reaching your current location. However, it is still not dark. There's kind of like this whitish, bluish kind of dim luminescence going on with all the ice and stuff in here. To the right, the cave opens up into a much larger chamber that seems to be lit by a dim bluish phosphorescence within the ice. To the left is a narrower tunnel descending even deeper into the ice-coated cave, choked in darkness. You can hear the little girl whimpering, or the young girl whimpering that you heard earlier, coming from the tunnel on the left. Give me listen checks, too. Just tell me if anybody makes a hard success.
I did not make a hard success, but I did succeed.
Right. Just tell me if anybody makes a hard success.
I fail.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Fail.
Yep. You just hear whimpering.
All right.
A girl kind of whimpering, a little sniffling, and kind of crying
Oh,
from the
poor
tunnel to
baby.
the left.
All right. You want to check that out, or you want to keep going towards temple? Allegedly.
I hate to say it, but that sounds like a kid.
Yeah, I couldn't ignore that. That's just.
Are we going to the left, boys?
Yeah, god damn it, why'd it have to be a kid?
Keep your weapons
Alright.
ready just in case.
If it was a full-grown adult, I mean, that'd be one thing. But god damn it.
Kids will do that to you.
So you can,
To the
it does, as you kind of turn to the left, it does narrow a bit again. So you're going to be going in, oh, you could go two abreast, I would say.
All right,
I
ice axe
presume,
away, revolver out.
Okay, so you're on point with Amanda? Or,
Sounds good.
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna set the bomb right here. I'm gonna set down that tank and free the hand up. For,
You can definitely do that.
Pulling a flashlight out. I mean,
Okay,
if it's
good.
darker
Yeah,
down
flashlight.
that way.
It is,
Kinda
yeah.
hepped up.
It's not the phosphorescence is coming from the larger chamber to the right, which leads towards the temple. So down here it's dark. So you got your flashlight out, Oz, and your axe in the other hand.
Oh no, axe, putting the axe away and switching back to the
revolver.
revolver.
Sorry. Yeah, revolver.
Yeah.
Flashlight. Yep. What were you saying, Amanda?
I'm gonna kind of heft up the M16, just kind of brace and
Yeah,
on the off
I'm
chance
sure you
it
have
does
a
get hairy.
you could have a light mounted on that. You could flip on. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool. So you have a light source. So this huge amorphous chamber has a wide, smooth floor like a polished mirror. There are a number of alcoves and tunnels that spread out from this cavern. The ceiling is nearly 50 feet overhead and shimmers as if covered with some sort of sheer, tattered fabric. Excuse me. The deep cold here seems to reach into your very bones, causing them to ache. Any exposed skin burns from the cold. A few yards ahead, near the center of the chamber, is an unsettling dark mass, roughly 5 feet in diameter. Sorry, where is it here? Yep. The faint voice of a girl emits from this shape, repeating the whispered words, "Help me, help me," followed by a chilling giggle. The shape lifts off the floor, revealing it to be a bluish-gray spider with a pestilently bloated body and long, spiny legs. It has mottled gray on its abdomen, shades of azure on its forebody with legs, and chile, how do you say that word? Chile? Yeah. Tipped in black.
Child.
C-H-E-L-A-I, or C-H-E-L-A-E.
Oh, the frontal polyps, the
Yeah.
little. Yeah, okay.
I know what they are, I just don't know how to say the word. Anyway, they're tipped in black. The rounded head in front is of a paler gray hue and pocked with a dozen random black spots. Eyes. Suddenly, the hellish arachnoid lunges forward, skittering towards you, its childlike giggling raking at your already frayed nerves. Now, all of you need to make sanity checks. I don't want to.
Oh my god.
42.
I pass.
I rolled an 83 out of 38.
Everybody who passed loses 1 sanity just from seeing this like massive spider. Like I said, the main portion of its body is 5 feet in diameter, so it's big.
Just sell her.
The spiders, man.
Did anybody else fail, or was it just Oz?
No, I did not fail.
Just Oz.
Damn.
I just made it.
Aw,
Oz,
Oz is
you
already
lose,
shaken.
Oz, you lose 7 points of sanity.
Ooh, damn.
Now,
All right.
this is going to call for me to pull up the general rule book real quick.
Oh,
Because you're going to have a bout of madness. I want you to roll a d10, please.
Oh, man. That is a 5.
At 5, huh? Okay, let me just... table of contents, sanity is chapter 8, right? Okay, boom, 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 boom. Probably
Yeah,
should
he was already a little shaken. Oh,
Shaken.
man.
Not stirred.
Not stirred yet. I think he's about to get stirred.
Yeah, perhaps. Here we go. Sample phobias. Bouts of madness. Number 5. Okay. Ideology and beliefs. What is your ideology or your beliefs? Do you have any kind of religious beliefs or anything? What's your personal ideology?
No,
Or are you
ideology and
religious? Or?
beliefs. Well, yeah, religious. You know, for the character, he's definitely a good old Christian boy.
Okay,
Beliefs,
perfect.
do the job and go home, kind of thing.
So, this is a summary event. I need a real-time event. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong goddamn chart. I want the short time. Here we go. The real-time effects. Sorry. Bout of madness. This is a significant person. You mistake another person in the scene for your significant person, whoever the most significant person in your life is outside of work. And considering the nature of your relationship with that person, you will act upon it for the next 7 rounds. So who is the most significant person in your life? Your mother, your lover, your child, your what?
For him, it would be his grandpa.
Boom. Okay, so I will roll randomly to determine. It's Amanda. You look over and you see your grandpa where Amanda was standing earlier, but you don't remember Amanda. You just know your grandpa is there, and this giant fuck off spider is lunging in your direction. What would you do?
I would push him out of the way and do my best to keep him safe.
Okay, so
Grandpa, hit the deck.
I need. What's your dexterity, Amanda?
70.
70. Okay, and Oz?
My dexterity is a 50.
And Dr. Major?
I'm pulling it up now. His dexterity is it's a 50.
Ben?
65.
65. Okay, just for initiative purposes. So all of those things I described happened in an instant as you guys made a realization of what this thing was and that it was coming towards you. Immediately upon making that realization, Oz reaches over and tries to hurl you to the ground and across the ice, Amanda. Amanda, go ahead and give me a dexterity check, please.
Ooh, that is a hard success. 26 out of 35.
Okay, so he pushes you away. You manage to keep your feet, but you kind of have to lower. You have to lower your rifle to kind of catch your balance.
Mhm.
And for initiative purposes, I do believe, the spider goes first.
Son of a bitch.
Isn't that perfect?
Fucking spiders.
Let's see. Randomly determining. Oh, well, it was going to go for Amanda, but since Oz is now standing where she was, it's going for Oz. And it attempts to bite you, Oz. Holy shit. Oz, are you going to dodge or fight back?
Definitely going to try to fight back. Got to protect Grandpa Chuck.
Okay, so fighting
I
back.
don't even know what he's doing up here.
Fighting back, you would have to make a melee attack.
Ooh, which would be basically swinging a flashlight or
the pistol, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had the hand axe out.
No, he had the revolver.
Yeah, I switched back to the revolver.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Nope, I failed.
Okay. I got an extreme success. So that is going to be damage bonus. Are you fucking shitting me? A bite? That's an impaling attack, right? Yeah, it is.
I believe this particular type of spider didn't have any teeth. It's a more of a
how many hit points does Oz have?
I have 7 left at the moment.
Okay. The spider jumps up, and as he's kind of extending, swinging the maybe the flashlight. This is probably like a big mag light, right? He's swinging the flashlight, and it just kind of he swings it too soon, jumps the gun a bit, swings too soon, and then the spider leaps up and bites into that let's say it's your left arm, bites into that left shoulder and tears the arm off of him. You take 15 points of damage from the bite. Which means you drop. Let's see. Well, that's just you're just dead. Yeah.
It's like
So
it's
it
like
rips its arm off basically at the shoulder, and he just kind of crumples to the ground, saying something about his grandpa. Grandpa, run!
Right,
Right.
Grandpa.
And next on initiative is going to be Amanda. So Amanda, you see that happen. Your gun is lowered at the moment, but you can raise it back up, of course.
Yeah, no, we're gonna raise the shit back up and just Halo bullets. That's
I'm gonna
so
fire
nice.
at the spider that just ripped Oz's arm off of his shoulder. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, and it is going to it'll dodge. Try to.
Of course it will.
Oh, well, it can't really dodge. No, can't really, can it? No, just go ahead and roll.
All right, that's a firearms, rifle, and shotgun. I'm assuming.
Yep.
All right. Ooh, ha! That is a hard success. 21 out of 35.
Cool. What's the damage?
Let me look for you. 2d8.
Roll it.
All right. Come on, big on your whammies. That is 9.
9 points of damage minus his armor. Okay. Yeah, you plug it. It's still up. You see a little bit of kind of like icy blue liquid shoot out of the wound and it almost like evaporate, turns into like ice dust in the sky. Next on initiative is Ben. What are you doing, Ben?
Damn. Well, I'll tell you what I want to do, and then you tell me if I can do it.
What do you want to do?
Can I try grabbing them, or at least grabbing one of them, and running back and then lighting up that canister that Oz left in the ground?
That's a bit too much to do all at once. You could either light his dynamite stick, or you could grab one of them and try to book it. I would say you could light the stick and grab one of them. You could light the stick and run, or you can grab one of them and run.
Okay, I'll light the stick and grab one of them.
Who are you grabbing? Amanda? Oz is lying on the ground?
Oh, I'll grab Amanda because I imagine she's the closest to that thing.
Okay, so you light the stick of dynamite and grab Amanda. Okay, and Doc, what are you gonna do? You see the spider lunges forward, tears Oz's arm off. Oz collapses to the ground, blood spraying everywhere. Then you see Amanda fires and hits the thing, and some icy dust like flies off of it, like some kind of weird blood or whatever. Then you saw Benjamin light Oz's or dynamite stick, which is attached to that oxygen tank and gas can. He lights it, starts to flash, the what do you call it, the fuse, and then he grabs hold of Amanda. What are you doing?
He's going to fire his rifle.
Okay, roll.
All right, he got a 31, and his skill is a 55. A 27 would be a hard success.
27 would be a hard success. Yep. Under 55. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to pay the 4 to knock it down to a hard success.
Hard success isn't going to give you anything. You need extreme success to do critical damage.
Okay. So that would be.
So you want to save your luck or spend more.
I'm going to spend more. I'll spend it all.
So 55 is what you. So you need to get.
I need 11 or lower. I need 11.
44. You need 44. Oh, sorry. What did you roll? You rolled a 31.
31. I only need to spend 20.
Yeah, you spend 20.
All right, I'm gonna spend 20. Get the hard success.
Okay. So what's the damage on your rifle?
2d8.
So it's going to be max damage 16. But it's an impaling weapon. Shit.
Right,
So
and then 2D, and then 2D.
So you get to roll 2d8 again. Yep. Actually, so Ozzy, you would have taken more damage. I apologize. I fucked that up, but
All right,
you could have.
No, that's okay.
You probably would have taken like 20 some points of damage actually instead of 15.
4 and a 3, so that's I did
4 and
sixes.
3 is I rolled
Oh,
sixes.
no, I rolled sixes. I'm sorry. Let me do the 8.
Try 8s.
All right, so it was 9 total.
So 9 plus the 16, 25 points of damage minus his armor. Okay, yeah. Describe how you kill the spider.
He just walks up to it and cuts into it and just happens to hit the same spot by coincidence. It was already there, so it bursts open and tears big chunks that turn to ice and crystallizes, and it tries to bite back in pain at itself and dies.
Yep. It kind of curls over, legs go up in spasm, and it starts to just like kind of turn to ice and like just break apart into shards and disappear before your eyes. Wick still burning on the dynamite. Amanda, what do you do?
Well, since we have dynamite going, I'm assuming that's going to collapse something, potentially.
Probably at least the chamber that you're in.
Yeah, so I'm going to book my ass out of there. Just pulling everybody by the rope. Cut Oz off. Sorry, Oz. R.A.P.
I would like to confirm where on the map we're physically standing.
Yes.
Oh, right. Your map looks different than mine, so let me see. Okay, you see where it says scratching?
Yes.
And there's a little thing to the left. You're beyond that in a big chamber.
And we see the temple at this point, or no?
No, because you're beyond that in this other chamber. So you got to run back to get to where you could see the light coming from. You haven't seen the temple yet. You weren't that close to it. It's pretty big, that whole area, actually. Deceptively large. So you have not seen the temple yet at all.
Well, so while I'm hauling ass, I'm going to call back. Y'all still want to try the temple, or are we getting out of here? What are we doing, boss?
As we're running, I'm gonna be yelling, we need to blow this place to fucking Kingdom Come and get the fuck out of here before we end up like Oz.
Doc's gonna cut the rope.
Yep, good call.
And he's gonna run towards fucking cold with his canister. And
okay, running out towards where your map says the temple should be.
Yep.
Yeah, I was running that way too.
Cool.
Freaking
all right, so following
giant monsters, spiders, and all this other shit. He's not getting out of here, so he's going to go forward.
So as you're running in that direction, I will tell you what you will see. Man, it was just one spider, guys. Freaking arachnophobes or what? Whew.
One giant spider.
True. Which you killed with a single shot.
Just got lucky.
Of course, spider. And they're terrifying.
It kind of killed Oz with one shot too, so. Right, so entering this titanic cavern, you were first struck by the sheer size of the place. At 200 feet wide, 600 feet long, that's 2 football fields in length, and over 100 feet tall, it's large enough to hold a typical city block. You're next struck by the fact that this vast space is lit by an eerie blue eldritch light that seems to emanate from everywhere and nowhere at the same time, as if by some radiance deep within the ice itself. Finally, your eyes manage to see the structure at the far end of this vast Hyperborean cathedral. 2 8-story stone pillars flank a raised dais with wide stone stairs that ascend to a translucent blue altar that glows with an inner light of its own. Far above, the vaulted ceiling is covered with countless spears of ice that creak and crack ominously. The cold in here is nearly unbearable. You can almost feel it radiating from the profane temple. Now, everybody make a constitution check and tell me if you do not get a hard success.
Okay. Now, they're not with me, right? They ran the other direction?
No.
No,
Ben went with you. They all went with you, yep.
And his canister is still lit?
No, I lit Oz's that was in the floor.
He lit Oz's, which is still on the floor over there with Oz's body in the room with the spider.
Oh, fuck.
So that is an extreme success.
Now, the question is, how long would that fuse go? How long did you make the fuses on these? Now, be honest.
I would say probably would not have modified them not
I would
being.
probably say hand length, like from like your finger to your wrist.
So, like from here to here.
They come in a standard length, so I would imagine we wouldn't have cut it.
How long does
Yeah.
it take for a standard length wick to burn on a?
Fuck, dude, I don't know. Other than watching, I have never done dynamite.
Yeah,
Other
neither
than
have I.
watching Hollywood, maybe
Hold on. How long
30 seconds.
is a fuse? Right, it's what's called.
Yeah.
On a stick of dynamite.
Right. I was just Googling that too.
Right. Okay. How long would it take to blow up? Let's say how fast would a stick of dynamite blow?
Right. In case the NSA is listening, it's for a game, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, right. Christ's sake. I can't get a straight answer on Google for this, huh? Oh, I wonder why not. It's almost like they don't want you to know. All right. I tell you what.
Oh, safety fuses. Oh shit! Where did that just go? Hold on.
I don't know why
clicked
you
on it
just
and
put it out,
changed
but-
it.
Oh well.
Dude, I just had it. Like I clicked on it and it
Did you
totally
really?
like changed.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Ben, roll a luck roll.
I got a 9.
Okay, it hasn't blown up yet.
Cool.
The safety fuse burns at a rate of typically 30 seconds per foot. I doubt they would actually be a foot long.
Yeah, 6 inches probably.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Cool.
Maybe 6,
So
8
it hasn't
inches.
blown yet as you enter this room, but you know it's coming. So, how did everybody do on those hard constitution checks?
I failed.
I rolled
Extreme
No
success.
shit.
Got a 4.
I rolled
Oh.
a 23, and his Constitution is actually an 89, so he made a hard save.
I got a 30 out of 80.
Is the hard the middle one or the lowest one?
Middle.
All right, he made it
Half
by
or
far.
less.
Yeah, he made it by far.
So who failed? Just Amanda?
No, I got a 4.
Oh,
I got an extreme.
so you all passed.
Success. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, you're all good. None of you are suffering from hypothermia instantly from entering this room yet. So what are you doing? You see that dumbbell about 600 feet away from you.
He's running as fast as his effort can do.
Excellent. Very good.
Yeah,
So as
I'll-
you're
I'll-
With
Yeah.
with a lighting implement in one hand and canister in the other.
Doc, no. Wait, Doc.
He already cut loose from y'all. I don't know what y'all lit a fuse and went the other way. He was like, "Oh,
No,
Give me,
I pulled my ass after you.
No, we all went the same way.
Yeah.
well, he's
You
ahead of
hold
you.
ass
He's
after you, man.
focused. He may have
Give
failed the
me-
sanity check. You don't know.
give me listen
Okay.
checks as you're running towards the altar. Oh, I have an image for this I should bring up. Hold on.
That's 17 out of 30.
Nope, that's not it. There it is.
I was going to say that wasn't very
I remember
scary.
that.
I fell.
No, that's my map that you didn't get to see.
Hey, it looks like 2 big feet.
Yeah, that's the temple.
I passed.
You passed. Did you get a hard success?
Almost. 2 points
you-
off.
Do you want to spend 2 points and make it a hard success?
47.
So from the
Was that-
tunnel to the left of the actual temple itself, you hear the sounds of crying.
Not again.
Yeah, no, this is actual. It has multiple voices this time crying. There are no other entities in the cavern at the moment. Kaboom! There's a big blast behind you as the Oz's pack explodes, and you hear what sounds basically like an avalanche occurring back behind you somewhere out of sight, as a good portion of the cavern is now collapsing. Yeah. So what do? You're all now, by this point in time, I'd say you're about 100 feet from the...
I hate to arm the GM with something more to do, but Dr. Major is going to be looking up and avoiding various chunks of ice falling down on him.
Oh yeah, no, there are plenty of chunks of ice.
I'm just saying that's what he's
coming.
doing.
That's coming next round. Don't worry.
He's ducking and weaving.
I was gonna go look for cover somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm still gonna haul my ass after Doc.
Okay, so what are you
Kinda-
doing then as you're looking up? Give me luck rolls.
Luck roll.
35
Easily.
out of 55. Hell yeah.
I
Okay.
fell. I got 80.
You failed. Okay, you get hit by a stalactite that falls, an icy stalactite falls to hit you for 1 point of damage, Ben.
Okay, that's not bad.
There are icy stalactites falling all over the goddamn place, and the whole place is shaking like an earthquake. So what are you doing?
Running for the temple.
For
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
dais?
Indeed.
Run after him and shouting just like, Doc, we gotta seal it. We can't blow it up. We gotta try it first. Come on.
You're looking up, not down. So, well, who is looking down? Ben, you were looking down, right?
Yep.
You can see, because your eyes have adjusted to the weird light in this room now, you can see shadows beneath the surface. Give me a spot hidden check. Or you have a flashlight, right? You don't need to make a spot hidden check. You will see that there are hundreds of human corpses frozen within the ice that make up the floor of this building. Each one of them viciously gutted, as if a huge clawed hand had just scooped out their insides.
Holy fuck.
Amanda and Dr. Major, you will reach the altar and see at the dais there is a large closed tome sitting on the altar's surface. 8 sets of manacles are secured to the stone pillars around the dais, 4 to each side. The cold coming from the altar is painful, even through your best cold weather gear. So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and convince the Doc. Like, listen, we gotta try and close it. We can't just blow it up first. Shit's not right.
Give me spot hidden checks.
Oh. 25 out of 40.
Simple success.
Mm-hmm.
Both success. I mean, you could make it too, Ben, but I'll say you're far enough. You don't even need to make it.
I fell.
From that tunnel to the left, where the sound of crying is still coming from, something else is coming into the room. Let me just pull up which one it'd be on. I think it's on. No, it's not on that one. What is it? Pipeline. This one, I think. No, don't save. Hold on. File. Load. No, I don't need to save it. It's fine. Pipeline encounters. Yeah, that thing. 2 of them, in fact. So I should say those things. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Oh, it got so quiet, I thought I got disconnected.
Lights the fuse.
And they're looking at you angrily. So you light the fuse.
Light the fuse.
Yeah, no,
Keep
the
running
minute I see
for the
that, she's
temple.
like, okay, never mind. And then I start going the other way, shout for Ben. And
If
I'm
they
gonna-
are lighting the fuse and I see them lighting the fuse and leaving it there, I'm gonna shoot them like suppressive fire.
Oh, at the creatures?
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you start firing at the creatures. Okay, they notice you as well. What did you say you were doing, Amanda? You're turning.
Yeah, as soon as I see the creatures, I'm gonna just, okay, no, never mind. Fuck
Turn
this.
and run back towards Ben.
Turn and run back, call for Ben, get out the dynamite and something to light it with, and just haul ass.
And Oz, or not Oz, sorry, Oz, rest in peace. Doc, pieces, as it were. Doc, you lit the fuse and you tossed it towards the altar.
I didn't know how close I was to the altar.
Well, you were close enough to really notice the book, so I'd say let's say you're 30 feet away.
Well, he's going to keep going and take it right up to the altar.
Okay,
with him,
and do
with
what?
him.
You can reach that around. What do you do with it?
Well, by the picture that was there, that looked like it was kind of hollow. He's going to drop it off right in the middle between those two big pillars and keep running the other way.
It's up like right kind of where the book is sitting.
Right, and then just you're going to leave it there.
You set it there or just drop it there?
Put it right.
Put
right
it there.
Put it right there and
so
keep
Oz
going.
runs up, sets the and man, you can feel. In fact, you're 5 feet. You're within 5 feet from the not Oz, Doc. Sorry, Doc. Names. I blame the man flu.
Right.
You are definitely within 5 feet since you're setting it right on top of the thing. Where is it here? 5. Anyone within 5 feet. You take a hit point of damage from the extreme cold. Give me Oh, you don't need to make a con check yet for additional damage. So you do take 1 point of damage from the cold. As Doc sets the jerry-rigged contraption with the 10-liter diesel can, with the firefighter's oxygen tank, and the stick of dynamite, which is burning. It's been burning. It's going to explode in about 20 seconds. As he sets it down on the dais, the device, the jerry-rigged explosive, and Doc flash freeze and turn to solid ice.
Well, fuck.
Amanda, you're running back towards Ben. The two Yeti-like creatures are both charging towards you.
Shit.
And Ben, why don't you give me some fire, some suppressive fire? Or you can do more than suppressive fire at this point and just actually shoot the fuckers. They're bearing down on Amanda, and they are going to reach her probably about the same time she reaches you.
I roll a 2.
Okay, that will do maximum damage. Let us see here.
2d8, is it?
So it's 2d8 for the rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 16 plus 2d8. This is an impale, so.
Oh man, this one's so horribly, man.
Oh yeah, I actually need sanity rolls too from both of you.
You said
seeing the
2d8 plus 16, right?
2d8 plus 16, yep.
Okay.
That's a 64 out of 67 on that sanity roll.
64 out of 67. Okay, you don't lose any sanity from seeing the creature. 23 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just check. Wow, nice one. Yeah, you shoot and you manage to kill one of the creatures.
And you wanted me to roll sanity, right?
Go ahead and tell me how you kill it, and yeah, you can roll your sanity roll too.
All I'm thinking is like I shot him and maybe hit him in the kneecap, and as he was coming down, there was like a piece of like icicle went through his face.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So one of the creatures falls dead to the ground and immediately begins to transform. Changes into a young man who is now laying there naked and dead.
Okay. My sanity roll was fucking horrible.
Yeah?
It was 92.
Okay. Fucking my dice roll was horrible. You lose 1 point of sanity. That's an awful roll. 1 point of sanity. You're not going insane yet, Ben. Good thing. Okay. And oh yeah, sorry. Doc is dead. So we go to initiative.
Doc's dead?
Oh, you're dead. Yeah,
Doc's
you're dead.
dead.
If you flash froze, you're dead. The creature goes first. So the living creature will attack Amanda from behind.
Of course it will.
1 attack. Okay, cool. You can still roll a dodge.
Okay.
I can dodge death?
I would love to do that.
Not you, motherfucker. Mute thyself, knave.
Nope, that's a 62 out of 45. I ain't dodging shit.
Okay, you are going to take. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that was a shit roll. 5 plus 3, 8 points of damage. How many hit points do you have?
So actually, I'd like to bring this up now. I have armor. It's an 8 Kevlar vest. Does that help?
Kevlar vest.
It was on the pre-gen.
I'm trying to remember how Kevlar acts against slicing weapons. I know it's good against like ballistics.
I don't know. Just figured I'd throw that out there.
John, how do you know anything about Kevlar vests? How they act against like a like say a sword attack essentially?
It really depends on the type because most of them have two parts. They have a bunch of layers of fiber, and then they have plates.
I tell you what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna say that the vest saved your life. It absorbed the full 8 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
But it's also now ripped to shreds and it falls off of your body.
Alrighty.
Indeed.
Then I will just
And
scratch that out.
it's your turn. You have initiative.
Brilliant.
The earthquake is slowing down. Select. Oh, give me luck rolls, both of you.
Shit. 44 out of 55.
Okay, you do not get hit by a stalactite.
Brilliant. Ben?
How did you do, Ben? Did you pass your luck roll? Can't hear you. No sound.
Oops, 32 out of 40.
Yeah, okay, you don't take any damage either. So, what do you do with your initiative? The quaking is settling. It's still shaking a little bit, not as much.
I'm assuming I'm at point blank with this guy now, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's
Alright.
Yeah, he's got long arms, but yeah, you're probably 5 feet away from him, 6 feet away from him,
Okay,
tops.
let's do the M16 again. Just hope we have another situation like the bear.
Turn, bring up the M16, and blast him. Roll it.
Big money to whammies. I'd like to spend 3 points of luck to make it a hard success.
Hard success won't help you. You need to make an extreme success if you want to do critical
That's a
damage.
lot of luck, and I don't believe in myself that much. So.
Do normal attack, normal damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the 28 from 50 then.
Roll 2d8.
Wish I had a damage bonus, but I don't.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't apply to an M16 anyway.
Yeah.
Your personal damage bonus is for like strength, melee and stuff, 10.
Got it. Yeah, that is 10 damage.
Minus his armor. Okay. He takes the shot, and he's still standing there. Ben.
Quick question. Will you say I have a backpack on me or no?
Probably, yeah. Something to carry supplies and stuff.
I'm gonna light that shit up, put it in my backpack, and I'm gonna jump at this thing and hold on.
You're gonna light. Oh, you're gonna light your explosive.
Yep.
That's too big to fit in a backpack.
Well,
yeah, remember it's a 10-liter, or sorry, I said a 10-gallon. It's a 10-gallon jerry can with.
Well, I'll light it up, and I'm gonna try to hold on to his leg. And I'm gonna tell her to
10-liter. I can't remember what I said now. Maybe I said 10-liter. Whatever.
And as I'm running and I light this shit up, I'm gonna tell her to run. Get the fuck out of here! Run.
Now you're charging the creature, or you're charging the altar.
The creature.
Okay, so he lights it, runs up, and basically bear hugs the creature. It's gonna fight back. So give me your brawl, basically. Fight brawl.
I got a 36 out of 50.
Okay.
I'll spend points to make it extreme. If
you got to make it a hard success, you got to get it down to a 25. You need to spend 11 points of luck.
That's fine.
Because I rolled a hard success, and since it's a fight back roll, if you both get hard success, then you actually win out. So okay, so it swings, but it doesn't manage to claw you. You get into it and bear hug it, holding the fuse. Now it's going to take 5 rounds for that thing to explode, unfortunately, because it said it's a 30-second fuse. What are you doing, Amanda? Oh well, no, sorry, the creature gets to go first. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze again. The creature, now being bear hugged, is going to try to basically reach down and just pull your head off of your body, Ben. Do you want to fight back or dodge? I would say, given the situation, fighting back would be to continue the hold on it so it can't wedge in, so it can't move. Dodging would be to let go of it and get out of its reach.
I gotcha. All right, let's see.
Momentarily.
Okay.
Now I got 16 under 65. That is a hard success, so you will need an extreme success.
That's horrible. Well, out of the 50, I got 46. So.
You have 46?
Yeah.
And you rolled a 50, so you failed by 4?
No. Out of the 50, I rolled 46.
Okay, so you need to get a 10 or lower So you need to spend 36 points of luck. Do you have 36 points of luck?
I'll tell you in a second.
I don't think you do anymore, do you? How many did you spend last time?
11.
Yeah, you only had 40 to start.
Yep. Nope. I don't. I got 29.
That's unfortunate. Well, the good news is I did not get an impale. So you are only going to take 15 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay, so it reaches down, digs its claws into your neck, and like pops your head off, kicking the gas can away from it. Amanda, it's your turn.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're booking, just hauling, sprinting, going fast as I fucking can, because...
Oh yeah, you took 8 points of damage, right? Oh no, you
No,
didn't. That's
no.
right. It was the vest. The vest took the damage. Yeah. So, where are you running? Back towards the entrance?
Yeah, just trying to get out of Dodge.
You get back to that location where the branch was, where you went off to find the
There's no
laughing
branch
spider
anymore, is
thing.
there?
Huh?
There's no branch anymore, is there?
No, it's completely caved in now. There's no way back. And the the Yeti is right behind you.
Fuck. Okay. Well, guess we're doing a Custer's Last Stand. This will be great.
Okay, well, you have a gun, so
Yeah.
that gun drawn
we're
gives you a
gonna-
plus 50 to your initiative, so you
Oh,
could
wow.
actually get some shots off at it as it charges you
That would be awesome. Yeah, please.
if you
Let's
turn to
do
face
that.
it. So, yep, go for it.
Winnies.
This is what it
That's
all
an
comes down to
extreme
this.
Success. It's a 3.
You rolled a 3?
I rolled a 3.
Okay,
All
so
the damage.
16 plus 2d8 damage.
Mm-hmm. That is 9. That's what?
9, 25 minus his armor. Yeah. Tell me how you kill the creature as it's charging at you. Like, fucking, it's got blood dripping from its claws, staining its white fur. And, yeah, as it comes at you, how do you kill it?
Yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna just try and go for the eyes. What? Just
Bam.
anything center mass. Just anything that would be able to get that kill shot.
Sure. So you squeeze the trigger twice. One shot hits it kind of like just below the throat, stunning it momentarily, and the second shot takes it right in the eye, and it goes to the ground. And it also transforms into a naked young Native American man.
That was.
And as it dies,
right.
Native Canadian man, Native. They're still Americans.
Indigenous.
First Nations, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sucks. Gonna roll him over. Just kind of see if he matches up with the ID that we found earlier with the Northern Winds guy.
He does not. However,
Right.
you can looking at him. You're pretty sure he was one of the men. You think his face looks familiar. The other one does too. You think these guys were both members of that eco-terrorist group. You still hear the sounds of crying down the tunnel off to the left. The temple. In fact, I'll change the image back again. Since you've killed the second creature, and at the moment you don't see a third. Do you want to save changes? No, just go straight to this was in the cave. So yeah, there's the again those 8-story tall towering things with the little steps riding up to the dais there. The dais glowing bright blue, and with the open book sitting on top of it, and a now ice sculpture of Doc holding his explosive device. Even a little ice sculpture of the burning wick on there. Standing completely motionless. You see like about halfway between where you're currently standing and there, you can see Benjamin's headless body laying there, pumping out blood onto the ice as his head is sitting about maybe 20 feet across the cavern from that location. And you realize that you are the last remaining member of the team. What would you like to do?
You know what? We're gonna try and close this bitch. Why not? I'm gonna carefully approach the more crying chamber.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna be real careful about that. Make sure I don't see any spiders or any of that like
Yeah.
top tier stuff again.
I will tell you exactly what you'll
Or any
see going
yetis.
back to there.
I want to be very careful with
Um,
yetis. Yeah.
Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. So let's see. Just pull up my map again. How did I miss it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you kind of go up, you have to go basically to the left of the actual temple bit itself there, and there is a tunnel. You are working your way towards the sounds of the crying. So that
Very carefully,
means,
very quietly.
yeah, I just got to see which route you have to take, so I make sure I describe the right place to you. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Now you are going towards the crying sounds, which is past all this, past that. There. That's where it is, right? Yep. So, okay. So you follow this icy cave tunnel to the left.
Mhm.
It goes on for a good 150 feet before it comes to another big open kind of chamber area with maybe like one solid pillar of ice in the middle up to the ceiling. There are, again, several branches from here. Well, 3 specifically, 4, counting the one you just came from. There's one pretty much straight across from you, just to the left of that giant pillar. There's one past the pillar, which is straight across and just a little bit to the right. And then there's another one which is almost like 90 degrees to your right, which is much wider and larger. And the crying sound seems to be coming from that direction.
Okay.
And it's gotten louder. And you can now hear multiple voices. They sound human. And you hear one which seems to be cursing in a foreign language that you might recognize as German.
Oh, Krautman's alive.
Would seem to be. So you come to a large chamber with several duffel bags piled up in the area. You can see one of them is open with freeze-dried food packs spilling haphazardly onto the floor. Yeah, if you, I don't know, you're going to bother to look through the packs, you just keep going.
We're just gonna keep going, keep pressing. Quietly.
Okay, moving on beyond that, you come to another, there's another smaller, thinner tunnel, which then leads to another large room. Stepping into this space, there's kind of a foul miasma that reeks of blood and death. On the far side of the chamber is a tunnel leading off into the darkness, and next to the that passage, there is several patches of blood and bones lying on the ground. It looks like probably one of the creatures was feeding there before. Probably one of the ones that you killed in the other room, since there's no creature here now. And then going beyond that, even before, there's another long, narrow tunnel. And before you reach the chamber at the end of this tunnel, you can feel that it's getting a bit warmer. As the tall chimney-like room comes into view, you can see a series of 8 cages hanging from the ceiling by thick chains. Hold on while I sneeze. Oh, I feel much better. Okay.
Bless you.
Fashioned from some rough metal, these cages resemble the style of medieval crow's cage, except that the bars seem to be twisted together rather than forged or welded. Inside 8 of them are huddled figures. Sorry, 6 of them. Inside 6 of them are huddled figures wrapped tightly in fresh, raw animal skins. One of them is a young girl of about 14 years of age, and her sobbing sounds identical to the sobbing you heard coming from that spider earlier. She is the only one who really seems aware of what's going around her. She locks her eyes onto you right away. She says, "Oh, please, over here. You have to help us. You have to help us." Everybody else is just freaking out and panicking. She's looking at you with pleading eyes. On the floor in the center of the chamber is a well-like opening. and you can feel a slightly warmer breeze emanating from that pit, which seems to explain the lack of ice in this room and why it's warmer in here.
Okay. See, I'm gonna kind of start trying to.
Yeah,
touch the
and one of
room.
the figures is Heinz as well.
Hi, Heinz.
None of them are wearing their clothes. They're all dressed in what look like elk skins and stuff, bloodied animal skins. And Heinz looks at you and says something that you don't understand in German, and he goes, Drake, please, you gotta get me out of here.
Give me a second, buddy.
I knew you would come. If you don't save me, you won't get paid.
Good news and bad news.
Yeah.
We're not getting out because
What do you mean we're not getting out?
I mean, we're stuck.
There's no keys. There's no locks. They just twist these bars together to lock us in here. I think the two of us together, we might be able to. Get me out of this cage, and we'll figure it out from there. Where are the others?
Dead.
What do you mean dead?
You know those Yeti things?
Yeah. I saw one of the. You remember those kids we found by the pumping station? The one inside, the one that we found outside. The one I told you he was a terrorist. He drank something, took a shot of something, and then he turned into one of those things. And he chased me and the other kid down, and he brought us here. Look, see, there's the other kid there, and you can see the other kid that you had found lying under the bunk bed, sitting, just looking catatonically, staring into one of the corners from his cage.
Yep.
So come on. If we both pull, we might be able to open this thing.
Unless you're keen on doing a banishing thing to fix everything here, you're still gonna die here, buddy.
What? A banishing thing? What are you talking about?
Yeah, so that temple over there. We went through some more papers.
What temple?
So those pillars.
No, I just woke up in this room.
Okay, so going back that way, I'm trying to make sure, keeping my voice hushed and making sure on the off chance that there's more shit. Just kind of, There were some pillars back there that led into a temple. The temple, is the cause for this. We're all assuming. Yeah, we found a banishing spell from Anna's notebook.
Banishing spell? What are you talking about? Magic?
Yeah.
First, there's these Yeti, and now you're talking about magic? I don't believe this. If you want to get paid, young lady, you better get me out of this cage right now.
What part of we're not getting out
is going to hear about this? I gotta get. I've already missed my meeting.
Heinz,
come on.
We're stuck here. There's nothing we can do about it. And at that point, I'm just going to kind of just stop and just start kind of, do you know where Anna is? And kind of the young girl, do you know anybody here named Anna? Just kind of trying to find her.
Anna,
willing.
The girl points at a girl who is in one of the cages. Let me get to the proper page here. Anna. Of course, freaking iPad is not loading properly. Here we go. This is the page. So, Anna is in her late 30s. Average height, bit on the heavy side. Pale skin, wide blue eyes, a large nose, and a round chin. She has shoulder-length frizzy red hair, which is just a tousled mess at the moment. And yeah, she's, as far as clothing goes, she is also just dressed in the bloody skin of an elk. And she is looking, just also very catatonic and just kind of sobbing quietly in her cage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to kind of start calling out to her a little bit. Anna, hey. Anna.
She just kind of look at you.
Yeah, Dad. My name's Amanda. I came here with a group of folks. We were here to try and figure out what happened. We found your notebook. We found the banishing spell. Can you help me close it? Whatever it is.
She kind of tilts her head and looks at you confused and starts to drool a little bit.
So no. Got it.
The little girl says, I don't think they're going to be able to help you. They all seem to have lost their minds. Did you find my mother?
Who's your mom, sweetie?
Those creatures, they took her. They took us we're from Telegraph Creek. Are you with the police? Did you come to help us? And she looks to be about 14.
Mm-hmm.
Just over 5 feet tall, lanky, olive skin, dark, expressive eyes, a pierced nose, and a round chin. She has short, curly brown hair, which is also quite messy and tousled. She says, no, I think she's dead. I don't think she made it alive.
Okay.
If she was alive, she'd be here, wouldn't she? The rest of us.
Sorry, sweetie. But hey, I need your help with something. Can you do that for me? Is that okay?
With what?
So, like I was talking to the other lady, I found a page from her notebook that talked about a way to stop the Yetis and all of this. Can you help me?
How?
So, what we need to do is there's this little symbol that I've got to put into our palms. It's going to hurt a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But it's okay. It'll be over after a little while. We've got some words we have to say. We have to say it for a long time. And it's going to take a lot. But we'll be saving a lot of people doing it. You think you can do that for me?
Huh. And that'll put an end to those things.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I can try.
That's all I'm asking from you. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna try to start looking for a way to get her down somehow. Get the cages open. Well, her cage at least.
Let me see what is it. Okay. Give me a strength roll.
Alrighty.
See, and she'll grab one of the bars. You grab another, and see if you guys can bend these bars to try to get her out. Wow.
That's a no.
Yeah, I rolled a 99. She botched it. She actually pulls a muscle in the attempt. Nope. You ain't getting that thing open.
All right. Shit. Okay.
He says, "What are you doing? Why are you wasting time with that girl? Get me out of here."
Do you want to cut up your hands and go save the world? Do you have the balls to do that?
No, just get me out of here. We'll dig our way out. We'll signal for a helicopter or something, or we'll go back to the pumping station. It must not be far. How did you get here?
What was it called? It's called Snowcat.
Yeah, Snowcat.
Yeah. We found some snowcats and we got them out here. But I'm telling you, Hines, we can't get out. Unless you want to dig through, what, hundreds of feet at least of caverns?
It's what? It's snow and ice. I mean, come on. You're a soldier or something. You can dig. Don't you have a shovel? What's that? And he points at the big. I assume you carried it with you down here. The big explosive device.
Yeah, this is a bomb. That's what got us stuck here in the first place.
A bomb? Why did you bring a bomb?
Because we were gonna try and save your ass and fix things and then
with
blow
a bomb?
it up.
How are you gonna save me with a bomb? Could you use that bomb to blast us out of here?
If you want to die, sure.
Well, what's it made of? I mean, that looks like a gas can. I've seen those before.
Yeah, gas. It's what, compressed oxygen and dynamite.
So you could make a really big fire, maybe, and melt our way out. Come on, I don't want to die here.
John. All right. Face it. Your earned mortality is coming. Deal with it. Yeah, I do have more dynamite. I don't know how that would help.
Eventually, someone's gonna come and get me out of here, and This is not going to go well for you after I turn in my report to the company, Miss
You said that the
Drake.
cages were how far up in the air?
Did I say how far up in the air they were? I don't even remember if I actually said that or not. Let me
You
see.
said like 8 feet or so, maybe something like that. I had
Are
said
they?
somewhere.
Oh shit! Well, oops. In that case, I don't even know how you would have reached up to it, but the
I was willing,
cages. No, there's 8 cages hanging from the ceiling by thick chains. It doesn't say how far. I assume that they're just hanging like a few feet off the ground.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna just to get him to shut up. Gonna punch Hines in the face. Just shut up. Stop it. You're not.
Okay, so as you're walking forward, he goes, good. He
Shut.
grabs onto one of the bars thinking you're going to help him try to bend it out of there. And so you can easily just sucker punch him.
Oh god, yeah.
Boom!
Please.
You punch Hines right in the face, and he goes down like a sack of shit.
Yeah,
He's
shake
not
my hand a little
very combat oriented or tough. He just drops.
Awesome. Yeah, gonna shake my hand out a little bit and just fuck. All right. Is there anybody else that looks mildly cognizant besides the girl?
No, Hines, but he's
But
unconscious.
he's shit.
The rest
Okay.
are totally like just fucking out of it. They've barely done anything except for kind of weep and cry and stare in the distance.
That's fair. Can I try the girl's cage again? Maybe.
You can,
Yeah, let's try that.
but it's not going to work.
Okay. Then I won't even bother grabbing this. All right.
I mean, you won't know till you try, but you try, and yeah, you just can't.
Okay.
And she's injured herself now, and
Yeah.
like
Jeez,
she can't
jeez.
assist hardly at all. You pretty sure, like if you had one of the guys, Doc or Ben or Oz, you probably could have done it, but
Ooh. No, Oz is buried in snow.
oh yeah, Oz is buried
Can't do
in
that.
in a collapsed
Hey, Ben,
ice
what
cavern.
do you have in your bag? Trying to see if I can't get like a torch or some shit.
You can go back and start looking through his bag.
Yeah. Sure. Yes, John, I have dynamite, but I don't know how much that's gonna help me without, blowing up the girl. He's got a knife. Okay.
That's what do you have in your bag? A knife. He brought that backpack to carry a knife.
A singular knife.
That son of a bitch. Ben,
Mhm.
glad you're dead.
Damn it.
He's probably like,
All right.
I wanted to put my gas can in there, but he said it was too big.
So survival. Okay, what comes in this?
Oh, he had one of the extra sticks of dynamite. That's probably in his bag.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and scoop that up.
Yeah. I mean, that altar's still there, still glowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You can see Doc frozen solid there, touching it. Well, he's actually touching the bomb, which is touching the altar.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, if I get flash frozen, I get flash frozen. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm yeah, I'm a nut up. I'm gonna go up to the altar. I'm not gonna touch it, unlike somebody.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, as you get close to it, how close do you want to get to it? Like it's painfully cold, but
oh, I bet. Close enough that I can at least look at the book. And see what
okay.
that's about.
Yeah, so you take a point of damage from the cold.
Okay.
Because you've got to get within 5 feet, I'd say, to really look at the book.
Mm-hmm.
And what can I tell you about that book? Temple. There we go, temple. So, just looking at the book anyway, the markings and stuff on it. Yeah. Okay. It's about 18 inches tall and 18 inches wide and about 3 inches thick when closed, you would reckon. Is it closed currently? Yeah, it is closed. And it has that symbol drawn on the cover. that same symbol that was in your note for the ritual. It's bound in thick hand-wrought copper plates covered in red-stained elk skin. The pages, well, you can't really see without opening, but it looks like the pages look like they're silver from what you can see of it. It's sitting there closed, like just looking at the side profile. The pages look to be silver. Yeah, I mean, without opening the book, you can't really tell what's inside.
All right.
But
at
yeah,
least
it's definitely got that.
some
It's definitely got that
reflection.
symbol on it too that you saw on the ritual.
Okay. Well, let's see how this works. Gonna get my knife out,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna try and do the ritual.
Okay.
Gonna carve up both my hands. Hopefully that suffices. And
Okay.
we're going.
And you start chanting the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
So what did the instructions say?
Oh god, that's an excellent question.
You have the attachment still? That I sent
Yeah,
you?
I gotta go find it.
Or,
Participants must recite or chant for 620 beats, which is about 21 minutes, within 23 paces of the gate or doorway. They must also cut the sign of Ithaca into the flesh of the palm of their hand as like
Yeah.
so.
Ithaqua,
then-
but yeah.
Yeah,
Or Ithaqua. Ithaqua. Yeah.
and then do the chant.
All right. Okay. So you chant away for 21 minutes.
Mhm.
And keep chanting, probably because you're not really sure how long you've been chanting. You chant for maybe 30 minutes. Nothing happens. Give me an idea roll
All right.
as you realize that this isn't working.
Take money to Whammies. That is a hard success. It's a 29 out of 40.
Okay. Well, two things come to mind. Number one, it does say there has to be at least two participants maintaining the chat continually in order to do the ritual. Also, it says within 23 paces of the gate or doorway. You don't see a gate or doorway.
Mhm.
You just see a book sitting on an altar, your buddy turned into an ice sculpture. What gate or doorway?
Okay.
And now you've been messing around here for a while. Give me a listen check.
No.
With a bonus die, because it's really quiet in here since there's
Okay.
fuck all going on.
Oh, I'll take that. Do I really have to though? Is that something that we really have to do right now?
Well,
That's a 20 either way.
yeah.
So
You hear back, where the cave-in took place. You hear first you think you hear some rocks move or something, like a stone, something.
holy shit.
And then you realize you think, it's very faint, but it sounds like there's somebody working away on the other side of that cave-in, like somebody's digging their way into the temple, perhaps.
Nope. We're blowing this shit up now. All right. So I'm gonna grab my bomb. I'm gonna grab my dynamite. I'm gonna put the bomb not on the thing, but we're gonna put it like at the base of one of the pillars.
Okay.
And we're gonna light that. Gonna light the dynamite. Chuck the dynamite at the altar. And
But you do have one stick of dynamite that is attached right to the bomb. Remember, each bomb
I
has
thought
a.
I picked up an extra one.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
you
the
do have an
one
extra one
there.
as well. Yep, you do.
Okay. So yeah, gonna light any lone dynamite, and I'm just gonna chuck that onto the altar top if I can, and I am booking back to the room with the girl.
Okay.
Because at least if I die, I'll have company.
Now,
Why the fuck not?
seeing as the blue crystal altar stores a massive amount of magical energy, that is going to be released when it's broken from the explosion of this massive bomb, which takes place about 30 seconds after you light it. You don't even really have time to make it back to the room with the cages in it before it goes off. So the explosion does destroy the entire temple. It destroys the entire cage. It destroys the pumping station. It destroys the town of Telegraph Creek, which is something like, I think, 10 miles from here. It destroys everything within that radius. Kind of, I don't know the exact area, but a level of destruction probably to rival the Tunguska event, if anybody's familiar with that. That took place in 1908, I think it was, in somewhere in Russia or something like that.
Yeah, huge crater.
It kills the 6 other Ureuls, Yetis, who are trying to dig their way back into the temple from outside, since they were not in here when you guys snuck in. It kills everybody inside. And fortunately, there weren't any rescue teams on the way yet, so don't kill any of them. But you do kill all the residents of the town of Telegraph Creek. But you also destroy the Temple of Ithaqua and prevent the ritual from being performed and prevent Ithaqua from being summoned into British Columbia. So congratulations, you saved the world. Killed everybody within 10-mile radius.
I mean, it's either 10-mile radius or mass destruction.
And so much for my potential. I was preparing a potential follow-up Delta Green scenario in case you guys failed. And the great old one was summoned, because then somebody would have to come and undo it. But that's not going to happen now. So that's good, in a way. So congratulations.
All died.
You all died.
Right, way to
don't
go,
worry about
boss.
rewards.
You saved the world, boss.
Let's see. Do I have a camera here? Yeah. There's the actual map. I'll bring that up.
Oh,
So,
that's big.
yeah. See down here, number 1. That's where you guys came in, at the very bottom of the map.
Yep.
Area 3 off to the left there. That's where you died, Oz.
All right, got an arm off.
Yeah, you got more than an arm off. You're also buried under tons of ice and rock. Right where number 4 is probably right about where Benji had his head ripped off. You can see the temple there. Well, that's where Doc froze to death as soon as he touched the altar of Ithaqua, or Ithaqua. I can never say that name right. And way up in the northwest corner there, the top left corner, it's not really the northwest, but whatever. Number 11, that's the prisoner chamber. That's where she found the prisoners. She probably, 30 seconds, she probably died somewhere between 9 and 10 there, when the explosion went off and just destroyed everything in this region of Canada.
Oh, Canada.
There ain't going to be no pipeline. Not for a while.
That's for damn sure.
So I guess the terrorists win, in a sense. Although no, the actual terrorists, the North Wind, they were the cult that were also trying to summon Ithaqua into the world. So you did. They didn't ultimately win.
All right.
So well done, guys.
Awarded.
Thanks for playing.
Oh yeah.
I will end the broadcast, but I'll hang out here too if you guys want to chat afterwards.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for putting up with me. Sorry I blew my nose earlier without muting my microphone for anyone who listened. Sorry I feel like shit and my voice probably sounds awful, but I'm glad we got to finally put this one to rest, because we've been working on this for a few months.
Your voice just finally matches your face, so you're good.
Yeah.
That's
for you, Johnny boy.
The nose blowing was just sound effects for the wind.
Yeah. So well done, guys. Thanks for playing. Hope you enjoyed that.